Hello, hello, and welcome to Simulacra Studios presents Dungeons & Dragons Acquisitions Incorporated. I am your Dungeon Master, Scott, and these are my lovely players.
Hello, hello. I am Matthew, playing Lowin, the life cleric of Lythander. Actually works.
Pretty good, yeah, I like it.
I'm playing half-elf warlock named Ilbreyan Jenkins.
What's your name?
John. I'm John.
Hi, John.
Nah, real name doesn't matter. I'm not a real person.
My name is Nigel. I am playing Rynford Gimaldree Tunslayer, who is the rock gnome wizard of the group, and also the Documancer.
Indeed, yes, that is something we're going to discuss.
And I'm Ray. I'm playing Inisalia Habbalah, your everyday Tiefling Paladin, also Secretarian.
Indeed. And we are going to go ahead and open it up, much similar to where we were. You guys are still in talks with AC Inc. official representative Viari.
The offensively handsome.
Offensively handsome, played by Patrick Rothfuss, and thus incredibly charming.
Wonderful character.
And so, yeah, he's talking with you, and you are officially signing over your contracts, signing away your lives and legal entities to the company as official franchise owners. And so, yeah, Lowin, you are there with the official decision of your position ready to be signed. And that would be?
I think I like this one, Cartographer. You get a cool spyglass and you can see things.
Indeed.
Go to places that you meet interesting people.
Pretty dang useful, if I say so myself. What about you, Ilbreyan?
Oh, well, what's the thing about the jar over there? Oh, that's the Loremonger, yes?
Yeah.
Loremonger.
Useful position for discovering arcane secrets and the like. So let's just sign on the dotted line.
Yeah, of course, yes. There we are. There's things to read, right?
Do I have to sign there too?
Oh, yes. And then we're going to get triplicates.
You've been eyeing that Documancer satchel, I can tell.
I've already been reading over it.
Yeah.
I'm 4 pages in.
Yeah.
And I'm all yeah, Documancer, but just make sure that everything's on the up and up.
You and the boss, if he ever spends time with you, if we have it, I've been working on getting him a company retreat. But time is money, and Anyways, but yeah, no, you'll get along good. He has a special relationship with other Documancers.
You just need to let him know.
Money's
how
not
good for
always
morale
time,
it
but
would be.
time is absolutely.
That sounds like the dulcet tones of a Secretarian.
Absolutely.
All right, well,
You can do a terrific job.
with those signed, let's just go over some business. I need to be heading out on my way back to Waterdeep. I think Omen we might have a little outing planned, I'm not sure. But, in regards to your headquarters, so, as I said, I've talked to your town mayor, Mr. Weston there. We've taken care of things. We're actually going to be demolishing the upper levels and getting those materials back into the town coffers. We've got a construction team coming within the week to build a temporary lodging. Basically a nice little cabin for you all.
Okay.
But I've just heard from home office that we're actually going to be testing something out with you guys' thing. We have we've had some frequent acquisitions from the planar resources, and we're going to be marketing out a sort of I wouldn't call it a flagship, but a test run. Some brand new features, some things, like some experimental branding.
Cutting edge.
Indeed.
Yes.
So there'll be a kit coming with the workers, and it might take a little bit to calibrate. There's some planar mechanics that need working out. So, but I think you guys can handle that sort of thing when you guys get your eyes on it.
I'm confident.
Of course. If you have confidence in us, Viore, absolutely.
Rynford's very smart.
Indeed.
Yes, I am.
But the long and the short of it is that we're just going to be leasing the land from your Mr. Weston. The building itself, like I said, we're tearing down all the structures. All the materials are going back to the town, so that means we're getting a nice cut rate. Just the land, maybe some property taxes. Don't worry about it; it'll get sorted out.
So Where are we going to be working out of? Do we need to?
Well, I think
Facilitate
we
you building?
can while the cabin is being constructed, which I said that should take about a week's time. It's going to be a pretty basic structure for you guys while the main thing gets calibrated, constructed, shifted in. Jim. Our consultant Strix knows a lot more about that. But she promises us that it's on the up and up. She gave it a good once over.
Yeah.
She's got experience in that sort of
So we
thing.
will be in a small cabin, and then when this thing is done doing its thing,
You'll have a full facility. But in the meantime, in the week, we're going to continue your lodgings at the tavern.
No, it's fine.
That's fine.
So that's all going to get wrapped up in your franchise fees. Obviously, your first month, we're not going to entirely worry about things. Obviously, you guys did a good job for the boss clearing things out. Oh, there is one little dangling shad here.
Okay.
Regarding your mission here, to sort of see what was up. I see in the reports that the Teltha 3 coins. The Paladin, who was a part of the old organization in this town, it says that she got away. She escaped the attack.
It would appear so. She used an artifact on her person to escape.
Right. So that is sort of the last little checkbox. It's not something that we're going to be, putting the gas on you for, but keep an eye out. We want to cross that off the list just to get her status squared away, because we did identify the bodies of the rest of the franchisees, but she is an outstanding issue, and well, she's technically still an employee of an associate of Acquisitions Incorporated. So if you guys can look into that, if you find her in your travels and your adventures, please let us know. We are concerned about her well-being.
Did the previous team have any sort of, I don't know what the official term would be, but resurrection insurance or policy?
No. They were very new. They were about a half a year out. They didn't really have that level of investment in the company. And, well, it's a dicey subject. There were some company issues with Resurrection a couple years back, and we're still working out the legalities of that.
One other question about the previous team. Do you have any information about any leads they were tracking down, projects they had in the works, anything we can pick up, or are we just...
Their last reports were that they had cleared out a bandit encampment out in the local woods, and that they were on set to start doing bigger operations. Based on the reports, the only issues they had were those bandits, and they took care of that. So we're not sure. I mean, it looks like John Enterprises came in and cleaned up based on the report that you guys have given. That's something for the higher ups.
Be on the lookout for this bandit camp if it's still.
No, the bandit camp is gone.
Okay.
They took that was their last report. They took care of that. It actually brought in a good deal of money in terms of the resources that couldn't be reallocated to where they were stolen from, and general goodwill from the town. Regardless.
What was her name one more time?
Let me just double check that. I didn't know the girl herself.
Hey, you're so busy. It's understandable.
Yeah.
Talia?
What's in perpetuity mean?
Forever.
Oh.
Until something changes.
Talanatha 3 coins. She was oddly enough, she was a Tiefling Paladin like yourself, an occultant in the Fellowship of the Golden Mondoos. So yeah, if you could be on the lookout for that, I think that the higher ups would be great to just cross that off the list, see what we can do about helping her out if she's in any sort of danger. Yeah, you said they had that artifact, right?
Yes.
That's what the thing that got her out.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe look into that, see if there's any residual, I don't know, my head hurts when I think about magic stuff too much. But possibly look into that. But yeah, no, that's it. I'm going to be on my way. Like I said, the contractor should be here by tomorrow, and they'll start on your little cabin.
Nice.
And yeah, good. Anything else you need from me, guys?
I see something. We missed something here. We don't have a name yet. We should leave it blank.
Well,
You probably should take care of that before we
Yes.
seal everything. Let's see.
I've been thinking about it a little bit, there's just one thing, after all, we've been finding very interesting things, and I have a feeling that we're going to find many, many more.
I wouldn't mind finding things.
It is in the name
Yeah.
of the overall.
Yes, well, what if we were a proprietor of all various and interesting things, like a reliquary, reliquary.
Very.
What if we know things and we sell that, and we have things and we sell those too if we can? We keep the good things, though. Of course, we keep the very good things. Reliquary.
Well, it's pretty modern, but you know what? Moving forward, it's up to you guys. I give it the thumbs up. I like it. Sounds good.
What do you think, Rynford?
I still like Tenacity Beyond Death.
It's pretty good. It's a little bit of a
Tenacity.
mouthful, I think.
But reliquary. That'll fit on a business card.
To be frank,
Hope I
I
have-
really don't want to test our luck too much with Tenacity Beyond Death. Like, it seems like we're just setting ourselves up for failure.
Maybe
Or
a
very high
motto.
expectations.
Reliquary
That could be a
tenacity
motto.
beyond death.
Oh. Combine them.
We'll workshop that.
Sure. We can
All right,
always.
well, I'm going to put reliquary down for time being. If you guys ever want to do a restructure, then you can update it at that point.
Good to know.
Oh, that's good. That's
All right.
fine.
Well, get to work, guys. I think you guys have a lot of nuts and bolts to get taken care of before.
course.
I'm very excited. I'm interested to see what's on the horizon around here. Because
Yeah.
remember, they did have that thing where missing animals.
Oh,
It
well.
always bugged me.
Well, we don't have to bother Mr. Viore with that. Viore,
I gotta get
You
stepping.
do.
No,
Oh, you
give
do.
our best to the boss. Thank you so much.
The chandeliers in Waterdeep aren't going to swing on themselves.
Oh, yes, you rogue, you. Oh, boy. It's just been wonderful. It's been wonderful. Thank you
you know,
so
I-
much.
Anyone swing on chandeliers?
Oh,
I'm going
he
to
does, it's fine.
usher him out
Yeah, he
and then shut the door and just heel turn.
Yeah, I'm watching him the whole time. Like,
Would you
What?
just go to the woodshed,
What?
take care of whatever you need to take care of, so we can focus?
What? I don't have any calls to make right now. I don't have any in my schedule.
Yeah, constipation? That's it. Do you need a last? I can go make some.
Oh, he said what
I'm
shit?
good.
Are you
I'm a
crafting
herbalist.
something?
It's okay. So, all right, it's lesson time. We're all gonna have we're gonna have a lesson. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Let's see where you go with this.
Okay.
Do you know what sex is?
I am aware of that's how you make more people.
Yes. Very good.
Not always.
Excellent.
Not always.
You have a lot more in your head than a lot of people do on the subject. That's great. You can occasionally be attracted to someone if they're really pretty, or if they've got a nose that does a certain thing, or if their hands look really nice, or whatever. The brain is weird. Ilbreyan just could not stop staring at various bits
How
of the Ari.
dare you?
And I don't mind whatsoever what he decides to look at. But when it's like interfering with literally everything that we're doing,
I don't think so at all.
go take care of yourself.
No, I don't have to take care of myself at all. Look, he's got very tight pants. Is all. It's very hard to ignore.
I think he's very handsome. I think
You
he
can
equated
you can
himself
count
up.
his loose change.
He has a good cut of his jib. Is all I'm saying. And
Is that what
also,
you call it?
It's
Is it a half-elf thing? Is it a euphemism?
Look, I understand in book school they don't teach you about talking to people, but sometimes you have to talk to people.
I've literally taken 4 courses on it.
Yes, I'm sure you have.
I have.
There is something to be
Yes.
said about
Okay,
practical
we all
life
like
experience.
Mr. Viari. We can all agree on that. He's a very nice man. So let's get down to business.
Business. I agree.
I would like to
Yes.
do that. Thank you.
So, we're going to enter into some official downtime.
Yay! This
which
is fun, everyone.
There are a number of tasks that you can do. There's one task that you must do every month-ish of game time, and that is called running a franchise. Now, that is just your general business money-making adventures.
Yeah.
It is operating things, just the nuts and bolts of it. Now, the way it works is that you dedicate as much time to this as you want within the month. But however many days you dedicate it, that's the one thing you're doing. You cannot do anything else but do that. The way it works, and when it comes time to resolve, is that you roll a d100, and then you add the total number of days between all the people who did it to that result, and that determines sort of your basic over/under. Like it can go as bad as your declining sales and rising expenditures increase the franchise's monthly cost by 150%. Or it can be as good as decrease the monthly cost by 150%. There's a range. You actually make money. That has to be done. Generally, your major domo can sort of be the lead person on that. By default, they can. By default, they can do that, but that is their time. There are other activities that you can do in addition to the ones from the base book and the Dungeon Master Guide and all that good stuff. But some of the more specific ones, you have Explore Territory, which is just you have a territory as a franchise, and you can just sort of go around, poke around, see if there are interesting things that you can deal with.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Like I said, there's franchise restructuring. That is probably a later game thing. And you don't necessarily have to do that right off the bat because that's more about if the things are going in one direction
and you're not
liking it, it's a way to recalibrate things, move some staff in, move some staff out.
Yeah.
Things. We don't have to do that. There's headquarters modification, which that's another later game thing. You can start doing it, but it's very expensive.
Yeah.
So doing it now is not necessarily...
doing mage tower type weird stuff and getting shrines and stuff like that.
There's marketeering.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, there's marketeering, which is literally doing marketing. Getting your brand out there. And it...
Something to note about almost all these actions, they all cost money. Like actual gold that we've got to throw in the pot.
They do cost some money up front. Which we can go over that. And successful marketeering can decrease, it can go from bad to it decreases cost by 20% for 1 month. This is a, let's see here, it's a DC check.
That one's like a persuasion check, I believe.
Yeah, it's a plan. There's it's based off 3 ability checks.
Yeah.
And it's a success or fail. The number of successes it can go. It can, like I said, it can increase your costs by 20%, or it can decrease them for 25%. And if you do really well, it can decrease it by 25% for 2 months. So that's a
like exploring can help us find like helpful allies that will decrease our cost, or threats that will increase our cost, or find like resources that will give us a whole bunch of money, that kind of stuff.
You can do a philanthropic enterprise, which is just generally helping out your local area, and you can just straight up skim money off the top of that one.
Yes.
They give us tax breaks and stuff like that.
Tax breaks, like you can get anywhere from like 200, 500 GP, or you can decrease your operating costs for 2 months by 20%. So that's a pretty good one. Like I said, running the franchise, scrutineering, which is a combination of like actual just straight up research into mystical arcane things, and also corporate espionage. Getting your local competitors. You guys don't really have much competitors right now. You guys are pretty focused in the local area. But it is still a useful thing, particularly scrutineering. It would be applicable if you wanted to, say, find more about a mystical time-bending artifact that you have. It is a pretty good one to have for that.
Yeah.
Shady business practice is literal crime.
We're going to do a crime.
You do crime to get money. And that is that just brings in money and helps you with getting money in there. Schmoozing is another way of increasing reputation. It essentially builds contacts and makes friends, and generally just it improves your relationship with specific people. Team building is literal corporate team building events. And they are so corporate.
I am ready.
They're really interesting because they're like an insight check, and what we do is we tell each other about like our bonds. Like, literally as the character sheet has like flaws and bonds and everything. We talk to each other about them. We do a team building exercise, make a roll. If we roll well enough, we get special abilities when we go out and do things together.
Yeah.
Or we traumatize each other.
Yeah.
Why not both?
Yeah, indeed. So, in general, like I said, you guys, the adventure is pretty agnostic about how much downtime you take at this point of the adventure. The only hard limiter is every month you got to deal with those franchise fees,
Okay.
which, you can get some good stuff out of these rolls and these downtime actions, but really going out in the world and looting people, looting monsters and doing that's where the real money is.
The murder hobo.
So,
So I have some questions.
sure.
How long in a month? How many actions can we perform within the space of a month?
Within the space of a month, it depends on the actions. Like I said, the running a franchise thing is literally amount of days. And remember, the Forgotten Realms, they are 30-day weeks.
Sorry, how many day weeks?
30-day weeks.
No,
So
10
sorry,
days.
30-day months.
Thank you.
Right.
And each week is a 10-day.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
So 3 weeks in a month.
3 weeks in the month in general.
And so some of these actions take a number of weeks. Running a franchise is straight days. So it depends on the action that you want to take and how many times you want to do it is the action. So I can go over that if you guys have a thing that you want to try starting out.
And we do all of them individually.
You do all of them individually. You can also collaborate on them. It's just a matter of how much time and resources get poured into a given task.
And like I said, each action that, unlike running the franchise, each action every week that you do stuff will cost a certain amount of money times our rank. Currently, we are rank 1, so it's like our monthly fee is 120.
Yeah.
So, but most of the actions are either like 50 or 100 gold per week.
Yeah.
We just have to throw into the pot to see if we have a chance of getting something out of it.
Lowin, I think you said you wanted to do explore territory.
Yes,
Is
I
that
think
a thing?
at least for 1 week I want to try to do the explore territory because I'm a cartographer. I'm good at that.
Okay, so that incurs 200 GP per franchise rank and expenses. For
I may
1
not be
week.
able to afford that. I don't have 200 GP.
But I believe that this goes into a decount that we then at the very end, based on our franchise expenditures, have to pay, right?
So let me pull up D&D Beyond, which is where I've got most of my possessions.
Let's see if there's
Characters.
Now, the one thing I will say is I think it would be beneficial if each of us spend at least 1 week, 1 10-day, doing the franchise running.
There are also two things that Scott that I just remembered that Scott hasn't gone over because I did read over it. Is the major domo gets a job, assign a trade for them to do. Plus, we can assign them a downtime action to do. So if we just want her to do nothing but
Run the franchise.
Even if and therefore that means we get at least a plus 30. Then we add up like at least a week for each of us. That's another 40. That's plus 70 right there. That's a pretty good. That's pretty good.
We stand a good chance to actually benefit and probably straight up just get money based on that alone.
Correct. And if we make money on that, we can then turn it around and spend it on.
Okay.
Actually, that may not be a bad idea.
So we can parcel out time and futz with time. So do you guys want to say that you do that? You say her to spend the entire month running the franchise, and each of you do a week helping her out?
I think that's fair.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So that would be 30 plus 40. So that's going to be a plus 70.
I don't think there's any other bonuses that.
That is a straight up time investment. Hold on. Yeah, that doesn't actually cost any money. That's the one that doesn't cost any money.
Right.
So I need someone to roll me some percentile dice.
I've got percentiles.
Do it.
Go
So
do it.
before we do that, we should need to agree. What does 00 mean?
Double
How
zero.
do I roll 100 and how do I roll a 0 or a 1?
I would say that 00 plus a 1
Is a 100?
is a 100.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So not 000.
So what's 00 and 0? Is that a 1?
Well, a normal D10 doesn't have a 0 on it.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
0.
Oh, it does. Oh, yeah, the 10.
So and typically it's a 00. If you got zeros on both dice.
It's 100.
It's 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a 0, 1 on the obviously on the tens and ones side.
Usually.
One.
Sure.
So observe.
Okay. So that is
82.
82.
Whoa, that's
So that's the max, yeah.
So, the franchise is a shining example to other Acquisitions Incorporated franchises. Monthly cost decreases by 150%.
Booyah!
we get 60 gold at the end of the month because we've been actively doing things.
Yes.
Well, it's a percentage. So,
Well,
What is our normal monthly operating cost?
your monthly operating cost, franchise
for
rank,
rank 1.
Yep.
is, it's a multiplier of times 1.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, you had to dictate the level because I thought it was 120.
yeah, I believe, it is franchise cost. There we go. Yeah, baseline costs for, it's 120 GP.
Okay.
So that baseline decreases by 150%.
So
So,
Yeah.
so it turns into 60 gold.
it turns into a 60 gold
It turns
net
into a 60 gold net
All
profit.
right,
That's right.
so
All right. So each of you has 2 weeks free.
that's true.
Cool.
So, Lowin, what are you going to do?
Unfortunately, we do not have enough money in the coffers during that time.
You guys have had some loot, and part of this thing is, I would basically say, as part of running the franchise, particularly how you've done so well, you guys can liquidate anything that you have. I know you guys have a bunch of like jewelry and items
that's
and
right,
whatnot.
that's right. I have a silver necklace I'm going to liquidate. Don't know how much that would be.
Give me a second to pull up my
Yep.
Google Doc. No, wrong one.
And you're going to start keeping track of all of our.
I'm currently, I have an actual document that is all about our stores, like group muns and things like that.
I guess I could sell these scrolls too, and then liquidate.
Well, which scrolls?
Scrolls of cause, fear, and scroll of blindness, deafness.
I mean,
Oh, you're the one who has those.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
them. But they're on my spell list. I could use them or I could liquidate them. Because I actually don't have a lot of money.
That is a tremendous amount of money if we were to liquidate them.
how much do they go for?
Cause fear is a level 2, blindness,
No,
level
level
1,
one.
and blindness, deafness is level 2.
Blindness, deafness can be a game changer. I think we should keep that one.
Well, and we got to figure out how to.
I think cause fear is kind of meh. Sometimes it's a good, it's bad. I don't know. I like options, but you know.
How much for the silver necklace, Scott? Did it say in the adventure? I don't know. I forgot where I
I'm
got
pulling up the list now.
Oh, okay, cool.
We likely got
10
a-
gold pieces each is its listed value.
Okay, so if I liquidate that, it's an extra 10.
There was a 50 gold GP gem that we had as well. I think a ruby or a garnet.
Does somebody have that?
It was mine, and I swapped it out for a 50 gold piece.
That's
diamond.
right.
That's right, because you
That's
Hang on. John, what's your email address that I can, a Gmail address I can share this document with?
Remind me to bleep that out.
Censored. It's
That too.
thanks. I would appreciate that, especially if you can put a little blur next to me, like censored.
It'll be like a car crash or something.
Yeah.
There's the voice. Just clip that out and put it over it. You know, it's great.
let me look up for what the scroll cost for these two scrolls.
Yeah, we got a good chunk of money.
Yeah, you guys
Like,
should have.
I'm showing 111 gold just on me.
Yeah.
I have like none because I keep giving it away.
You gave it away
We're-
since last game already?
Yeah,
It's a thing he does.
how much gold did we get? I didn't remember how much gold we got from last time.
The last game, we had 100 gold altogether, but we handed that whole thing over to Rada so that she could, as like starting funds for her doing Major Domo stuff.
Okay, got it. Oh, so we actually may have more money. Would you count that towards the 120 that we owe?
I mean, that's just money in your stores.
Okay, so we still have.
So we
that.
currently have
yeah.
160 GP, if we're including that.
Yeah.
In our, this is the money the fucking company made.
This is the group.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So going out and looking cost me 200. I still would need like another 20 gold, even though I spend mine to go do it.
I mean,
If you guys want me to go do it. If you don't, I could just spend more time doing other things that aren't solid downtime stuff.
I mean, there is also the idea of like we need to do some research with that item as well. So it's like there's a lot of things.
I'm trying to look up the price for schmoozing.
Schmoozing should be like...
Or not schmoozing, scrutineering.
Scrutineering?
Rootin' tootin' scrutineering.
It is...
100 a week.
Yeah,
But,
scrutineering is 100 GP per week.
Philanthropic. Giving money away to make us look good is kind of marketing on its own, and that's 50 a week.
Indeed it is.
Hot damn.
And then you get back quite a bit if you do well.
Yes.
So, do we want to try a philanthropic organization to increase the coffers?
I think that's not a terrible
I'm
idea.
not against this. I can help.
I think we have to.
Yeah, sure.
It's a small little town. I believe whatever good we can bring, we should.
I now have a mechanical question for Scott.
Okay.
A lot of these are ability checks, and this is sort of weird, timey-wimey downtime stuff. I could technically cast a spell on, like, whoever's the main person, like Enhance Ability, and give them advantage on the roll.
I will allow that.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So, running a philanthropic enterprise, it's a charisma check on the character, using the character's skill of choice is often appropriate. But I can decide that I can decide that a different check is in it. So what are you trying to do for this town? What is the effort that you're trying to do? And are you spending 1 week or 2 weeks on this?
I was thinking of spending 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'm trying to think based off what we know what they need, because the manor was the only place that was decimated.
Yeah. Well,
We don't need much of a cleanup effort.
yeah, I mean, the town could probably use, like, there's a lot of people out of work, the mines aren't functioning.
Yes.
Oh.
I was actually going to mention that as like
Oh, we could do a job fair. Come work in the mines.
oh no. Are we
Well,
are we starting the New Deal?
Well, the mines are closed, and so...
So we could get them fixed up and then open.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could basically make a big push to, like, resolve the sort of the bureaucratic and logistical issues that are keeping the mine from getting opened. Which, yeah, I will definitely say that is definitely a charisma check. And I will allow persuasion's a good thing, because from what you're finding, the wheels of the rocks in the road on that one are mostly bureaucratic and people not having good relationships. There's not a lot of trust from the various buyers.
Okay.
So yeah,
You
basically
just need to build up some trust.
build up
and
some trust.
confidence
Let
in the
you,
market.
but I mean, in general, you can throw the weight of the company around. Of Ack Inc. is on this.
Yeah.
Like this, like
We guarantee.
So I would say that would be a persuasion.
Do not use the G word.
No. That's a promise. We don't do promises here.
No.
We recommend. We suggest. Encourage. Yes.
I like
Yes.
encouragement.
We guarantee asterisk.
Huh?
Yes. Yes.
You use that word, and I am writing up a contract.
Okay. So it's a charisma check. You get a +1 if you're a documancer or occultant. You're neither, so you're not going to get that check.
But don't forget, you have your oath ability. Your channel divinity will give you a +5 bonus to charisma persuasion checks.
Oh yeah.
Really?
You're right.
Hot
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will.
Advantage on charisma, intelligence, and wisdom checks.
All right, so let's do the first week.
Hot
Let's
damn.
mark off 50 gold
All right.
All right.
as you are expending. Your, I believe it's 50 gold per franchise rank. So you're still
Yes.
franchise rank 1. So this doesn't cost a whole lot. So yeah, you have advantage with a +5 plus your ability modifier and skill rating and all that good stuff. So
Woo. Okay. Yep. Okay. So that was a 19.
a 19. Okay.
Just on the roll.
Okay. Just on the roll.
Just
So
on
what
the roll.
what
That's
else?
a 24 with the +5.
Okay.
Well, and your own pluses, right? Or is that the +5?
Oh, that's right.
What's your own persuasion?
3. +3. So.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
over 5, and did you have advantage? Did you roll with
28.
advantage?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So what that does is the cause shows remarkable improvement, and the franchise is credited for all but fully resolving the issue. Local officials provide a tax break, reducing the franchise's monthly cost by 20% for 2 months.
Ooh,
So make
all right.
a note of that. So 2 months. So
Okay.
the first month we're actually going to get some money back because it was 120 minus 20% is.
What is that again?
Uh,
So it's going to be 170%.
It's 170% total.
Yeah, all these modifiers stack.
That's right. That's right.
And go into a final calculus.
All right, I'll take care of it.
You got the notes? Okay.
No, well, no, I'm doing that stuff. I got a Computron.
Okay.
It'll work out better.
So, are you going to spend a second week doing this?
I could go. Well, it depends if we want to go to the dead or not. About looking around.
Well, let's resolve what she's got.
Yep.
So if you're going to do this again,
Yep.
you can do that again.
Okay. Let me remove my other 50
So
gold.
we're gaining 84 gold total so far, and I am going to make a note that we're currently 20% off
Next month.
next month as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that again. So I am down to 11 gold for my personal.
So you're pouring a good chunk into this.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead
This
and
is for the good.
make a similar roll.
All right. Oh, thank God for advantage.
Yeah.
God!
You need a rolly thing.
What do we got? Okay.
23.
23. All right. So
He's real good. At
She's good at this.
since you did so well, I'm going to give you the option because you can get that same result again in a further 20%. And I would say that if you want to downgrade that by 1, which would more than complete the task, but as opposed to a 20% increase, so it would be a total of 40 for 2 months, you would just get 500 gold.
Just straight up get 500
I
gold.
think we should just.
We
get
need
500
that.
gold.
So actually, you know what I think it is like a combination of clearing out the rest of the mine. Like they're like getting started, and then there's like some monsters. We go deal with the monsters as well as like we find a good loot for the dwarf. Like it's like, oh, you found a good vein. Here's a whole bunch of money.
All right.
So, like, while we're doing this, we can let people in the town know, like, no, we have personally gone down there. It is safe. There are the sturts are very stable.
Cool.
So yeah, so you managed to get the mines completely up and running, and you're able to skim off some operating costs and get some money in your coffers.
Whew.
All right, so
Very nice.
That
How much
puts
is
you-
our coffers now?
Our coffers currently stand at 584 gold.
Cool, great. Now
So
we can
we could
actually
fund you.
we can do that, and we can fund you.
Yes. Rynford would very much like to spend at least 1 week, maybe 2, doing scrutineering on the timepiece.
Okay. So once again, that costs 100 gold per week. And let's see here. You get 100 plus for baseline expenses. Documancer position gets a +1 to the check. This is going to be an intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh no, not intelligence for the wizard.
So yeah, you get a +1 for being a Documancer. And you can increase this check by +1 for every 100 gold you spend.
Well, before we get into that, is this just a raw intelligence check?
This is a raw intelligence. Hold on, let me. Resources requiring. Yeah, it makes an intelligence check.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Stand by, because I may have something that influences that. Artificer's Lore. Add twice your proficiency bonus to history checks. No, never mind. And Gnomish Cunning does not apply because this is not an intelligence saving throw. Okay, so I get a +1 to the check. It's an intelligence check, so I'm already at a plus. Do I add my proficiency bonus?
No, you're not. It's just your ability modifier.
So I'm currently at a 4.
Okay.
And if I spend another 100 gold, I'll get a.
+1.
Bless you.
And
Pardon me.
you can get the benefit of the enhanced ability check. So this will be
So
roll
that
with
with
advantage.
Okay.
Because basically what I do for that week is, at least when you're doing like the most intense research, I come and I bless you, and I clean up the space, and you get an advantage.
So are we saying that that's basically your action?
That's for
that
a week. That's it. That's your action.
That's fair.
Let me throw one more, if it's okay with the company. Let me throw another 100 on just to give me a +1 to bring my total up to +5 with advantage.
That's fine.
That seems fair.
Okay. Plus, you guys, I know you guys have more loot than you're accounting for.
First roll is a 17. The second roll is a 3. So I'll take the 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
That's
22.
over 20.
Okay.
Okay.
So you bring in some resources, some arcane, artificing, examination resources. It takes a little bit to come in. So near the end of the week, you are able to sit down and seriously, very delicately, sort of start teasing the clockworks apart, examining it mechanically. And I need to run a little bit of a thought experiment with you, Nigel.
Okay.
So what I need you to do is think of an animal.
Thinking of an animal. Okay.
What's the animal?
A goat.
A goat. Okay. So I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Did you actively choose that animal? Or did it just show up in your head when you thought of an animal?
Mostly just showed up in my head.
You showed up in your head. Okay. And hold on, what's the other question I had for that? Did you actively choose whether or not to do what I told you to do? Or did you just do it?
I just did it.
You just did it. Okay. So we can say that you had no active role in thinking of that goat.
Sure.
It's just a thing that cause and effect happened.
Yes.
Final question I have is, could you differentiate that particular thought, that uncontrolled, unbidden thought, from any other type of thought that you might have?
No.
Okay. So when I tell you that you're having thoughts that are coming to you, that are just as unbidden and uncontrolled as any other thoughts that you're having, they're completely indistinguishable from the thoughts you would normally have. With the sole exception is that these thoughts that come to your head come in more of a conversation, like a conversation you're having with yourself. In fact, that little experiment that we just run is one of these thoughts, these little conversations that Rynford is having with himself while he's looking it in. Just the nature of thoughts, the unbidden, uncontrolled nature of thoughts comes into your mind as you're contemplating this. In fact, don't you remember Professor Orlow's multiplanar theory of consciousness?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was that? Do you remember what that was?
Something about like how we are ourselves spread across many planes, and we are simply a lens through which, much like light, thoughts can be expressed.
That's fascinating, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm here. We can observe other planes, and there's not a me there. Like there are things that think and that are from those planes, and they are their own entities. There isn't. I quite frankly put no stock in it.
But aren't the planes themselves interesting things? I mean, not just the great planes, the planes of law and chaos, good and evil, elementalism, but all these like tiny little planes that are just variations on slices of realities, decisions, choices from the macro to the micro. Aren't those things intricate and beautiful and outstanding?
Yeah, they're boring. I mean, I don't. What's the point? I am here. I cannot. Well, I could, but I am an exception. The vast majority of people cannot split their consciousness or delve elsewhere into the multiverse, and so it never really occurs to them to even contemplate these things. But again. When you finally slice it that much, then things stop existing. Consciousness goes away. It's very faffy. People faff. I don't like it when people faff. I like details, don't get me wrong, but when it's all like, oh, who's to say what is real? Oh, please, get over yourself. I believe in things that exist in the real world that I can touch and taste and see. Yeah,
I don't know, man. I think that maybe we should broaden our mind a little bit. Hey, what happens if you turn that gear just like 2 micrometers to the left?
Well, let's find out.
Yep, you turn it, and suddenly your vision expands, and you see with this device as an anchor point, it moves back and forward in space and time, and you center in. It snaps back in the last time this object was actively used. You see this building, this building on fire. You see hear the sounds of blood and death and combat, explosions. And you see a red-skinned tiefling woman, her face bloody, her horn chipped, just desperately turn the gear. And then just as you see this gnome come into view, this old wizened gnome man with arcane robes on, raising a clawed hand towards her in some arcane gesture. You see space co-occupy with a different place. You see a lighthouse on some northern shore exist in the same place as this manor house. And then it snaps back and is away. And the object is still there, but the tiefling isn't.
Are you alright?
I'd say, where would you be doing this, you think? Just like somewhere...
if there's like a...
Yeah, by this time, like, your cabin has been built.
Right, just
Gotcha.
like, I probably have like a workbench.
Yeah.
So I've just been like tucked under, like just cram school style, just like kind of hunched over. But yeah, like for like a long moment, I just, you see Rynford like as if moving in slow motion and just like looking at a thing and looking at objects that are not there. And then all of a sudden, like I snap and actually blink and...
Oh, water? Water?
No, hang on.
Is this normal?
I don't think so.
What about coffee? Have coffee.
I think he's onto something. He's writing a lot.
Oh, right.
Here's some herbal tea.
Oh, no, he's writing madly. You have to let him do his work.
Yeah, I think he's got to get it out of his system, you know?
I saw the last time this was turned on. I saw the fire. I saw the attack, and I saw Telanatha activated. There was an old gnome wearing arcane robes.
It wasn't you, was it?
He's not.
Did you see yourself in the future?
Was it me in the future?
No.
No.
I'm far too handsome for that.
Strange claw, and then when she activated it, I saw correspondence with words. I would have to tell you a lot of things. It took me months to learn.
Okay.
I literally take a piece of paper and this is where we are, and this is Waterdeep. And if you want to go from here to Waterdeep, you have to travel all that way.
Well, if you want to walk there. Yeah.
Sure. Magic lets you do all sorts of things, including bend that space so that according to you just take a couple of steps through a doorway, but you've traversed this physical real space.
You bypass the physical realm through divine residence in order to co-locate into one specific location.
Right. So when she activated this, it did the magic version of that, and I saw a lighthouse.
Saw a lighthouse.
A lighthouse.
In
the north.
In the north.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Are lighthouses in Faerun like lighthouses in on Earth, in that they have unique designs and so that they are recognizable. Could I?
You would know it if you saw it, and you could probably spend some time looking into where that might be.
Okay, I will.
I wonder if I will see it as he pulls out his little spyglass that he got for being a cartographer. And he's like,
We're not anywhere near a body of water. Why would you see it?
Or coastal.
hey, don't. Hey, let me see it. You never know.
It's like snap it.
So, that's good news. This thing is powerful and kind of unpredictable if you don't know how to use it, / if it's not complete yet. So, glad to see that she probably didn't get like teleported into a volcano or high up into the sky. So, she's probably still alive.
At a lighthouse, maybe.
Yeah, depending
That's
on
a
the
good place
weather.
to start.
Yeah.
Well, it's the coast. Therefore, there's only so many places you could be.
Right.
Assuming it's the coast that we entered, the Sword Coast.
Well, I happen to know some things about magic myself, and I know that if you have a certain amount of criteria, then we could technically do the same thing she did, but safer.
I don't know how easy it would be for us to get back.
Oh,
That's
forgot
true.
I forgot to mention something. I'm sorry. I just remembered. You should ask the Major Domo because she knew her. If she teleported, she may have just teleported to one place she felt safe or knew about.
That's a good.
Ooh,
That's-
tragic backstory. Or happy backstory.
or
Mostly happy backstory.
just probably someplace familiar to her.
Well, I will turn and look at Rada, who's probably sitting on the opposite corner and has been listening to all of this. Lighthouse ring a bell?
I bring out the whisper jar.
Yeah.
Did Talanatha ever mention a lighthouse or something on the coast?
Let me think about that for a second. I think she mentioned she was much more a townie than the rest of us. She spent a lot of her time there. Let me see if I.
I mean, sure, that
Just a
doesn't
thought.
say
Maybe
there's
it'll
no
come to you.
Interesting. Do we have a map of the northern coast?
He won't
Start
stop.
digging
He
through
won't
his
stop
bag.
talking about it. So yes, we do.
She talked a lot about. She said it was a lighthouse we're talking about.
A lighthouse.
Right.
I'll give her like
In
the
the
rough,
north.
like just hastily drawn thing. Like this is how many loops there were on the spiral or whatever.
Also, a quick sound check. Just speak into this one more time, please. Just one time. Yep.
I think I remember.
No,
her.
we gotta do it again. Sorry. One more time.
I'll slap you.
I was trying to get.
I will
right.
let her slap you.
And then it comes. He kind of like.
No, I'm talking about Scott slapping John. Anyway, so she says, she talked a little bit about her friend in another franchise named Wizzy, and I think she mentioned that they had some awesome headquarters up the coast.
Oh, this is the awesome headquarters. Got it. Up coast.
That says what I know.
That is very helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I meant to ask that a while back, but I think getting the business up and running distracted.
Yeah, she like I said, she mostly spent time in the taverns.
Also, somebody is hunting them down. Her being incommunicado is a good thing. We didn't even know where she was, therefore she probably couldn't be found.
But now we do, and therefore she is in danger.
Oh, I just have to ask Lythander to wipe all our memories.
No. Or we find her.
He just looks at you and points and smiles.
Oh, you're
He
making
can
a joke.
he can do that.
He can joke. Wait, Lathander can do that? Wait, no, there's no way.
No, I don't think so, nor would I ask him to. That's a deep invasion of personhood.
Not if they ask you to do it.
Well,
I don't consent. I don't.
I don't. I
Consent.
don't think I can do
Not
that.
yet. This is a business opportunity.
So we're gonna move a little bit on and keep you doing some downtime stuff.
All right, sure.
Hey, now that's up.
Well,
So, so that was 1 week of your time.
1 week of my time. The rest I would. Man, I don't know. Like
So you had 1 week of duty, 1 week of research. So you have essentially 2 weeks left.
1 week left.
Oh yeah, that's right. We all spent 1 week doing the philanthropic.
Months or 3 weeks long.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, crap, I don't know. Schmoozing.
Schmoozing. Okay.
I want to ingratiate myself with the local peoples.
How much is that?
Schmoozing
I
is.
think that's variable based on the
Fair.
the lifestyle group that you're.
Yeah,
going
it is.
So
let's see.
modest.
So yeah, it is 10 GP per franchise rank for low working class folk. 100 GP per rank for professionals and business rivals. Highest levels of nobles and ranking members of a faction would be 250. There are none of those here.
Yeah, I'm about to say, this is not that kind of town.
This is not that kind of.
We're Waterdeep.
So, are you trying to rub elbows with the mayor? Because that would probably be the 100 gold one.
Yeah,
That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah,
Okay. So you're establishing a
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So just to let everyone know, we are currently so our 584. I believe 100 went to philanthropic stuff, right?
Yeah, but that was from her
That
person.
was my personal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she
Cool.
spent out of pocket.
All right. Well, that was nice. So we still have 284 after. Well, no, sorry, 384 after scrutineering. Because you spent 200 total.
I spent 200 on that, and this would be another 100 on top of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
By the way, I did some reading. If Scott would approve that the Arcana skill could have been appropriate for doing the research or the history check, you may not have to spend that extra 100.
I'll allow that. That's fine.
Cool.
You
So
can,
100.
you can change that. The scrutineering is based on the skill you would like. It is an intelligence check, but it's based on also some skills could add to it.
I see. Cool. Then the other 100 I will spend on schmoozing.
So
Before we get to that, there's one little bit I want to get. Just you do get in addition to all that stuff that you learn through role play and whatnot. I will give you a final bit of lore about that. In that the orrery, and definitely the components that you have installed with it, is enough to let you know that this object operates off of planar magic. It is deeply tied to the intricacies of the planes and how they interact and function with one another.
Okay.
hey, Scott. Speaking of, there is supposed to be something we get that is apparently planar. Has that arrived since we've been working?
Oh, that was our new place.
You. I will get to that when we're done with downtime stuff.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the popping out of the cake situation.
No. So you're gonna schmooze. You're gonna schmooze with the mayor. So you basically throw 100 GP down, buying them drinks. Doing fancy stuff. So yeah, this is a charisma persuasion check. If you're an obviator, you get a +1. If you have background related to those who attempt to schmooze, you get a further +1. So a criminal schmoozing other criminals, a guild artisan schmoozing a guild master, and so forth and so forth.
Is he a sage?
He is not a sage.
I know.
Well, fuck. This is a flat D20.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
There you go.
But you can get the enhanceability from him.
Yeah.
So you
Yes,
can get
okay.
advantage.
It's an 18
Okay.
That's actually not that bad. It's probably the best you could have.
and a 9, so 18.
Okay.
He's not terrible.
You got Eagle's Splendor when you did that.
Indeed.
You have to do that when you do it.
So
Yes.
It's really annoying.
Yeah.
you manage through just sophistication and pure, intelligence. You manage to impress. Yeah, exactly. You manage to impress the mayor of this little hamlet, and he he might have some misgivings about adventurers or the sort of the deal that they got with Acquisitions Incorporated, but he likes you.
Oh, that's good to know.
Absolutely. You think that you have sort of a bulwark against his bullshit. That if anything comes the business's way, he'll probably talk to you about it first before putting any screws to you.
But before anything goes public.
Indeed, exactly.
That's
Give it a chance to do that. So that is your downtime.
Yay!
Hey.
Ilby, what's your plan?
Well, I feel like we're not really doing a team building exercise yet. Maybe next month. So honestly, between what they have in the book, I feel like none of it really works unless I don't know. I can't really do explore territory. That's your thing.
I mean, anyone can. You can do any action.
No, I sure as fuck
There's just some
can.
people who are going to be better at it than others.
You don't want me doing it. I'm a -1. No,
Yeah.
thank you. So instead, I'm probably going to do one of the regular things.
Okay.
So, oh god, I'm trying to find the particular page that has like these are the regular ass fucking.
Yeah, they do have a list on there, and they're all hyperlinked.
I
if you wanna
am.
be-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for
You
it
get
right
them.
now. There we are. Yep.
DMG and Xanathar's both have downtimes.
So I think between so don't we you said selling a magic item. That's a thing.
Yeah.
And we have a scroll that I think we're willing to sell, if not two scrolls.
Yes, I was looking at the cost of that scroll. I think if we do, well, the level 1 is only going to be like 25 or 50 gold. The blindness deafness is like 250. It's a nice chunk of change because it's a second level scroll. That takes 3 days and 250 gold to make. So we can at least make that back, if not more.
That's fair.
For everyone out there at 5th edition D&D, doesn't like you selling and buying magic items. There's not a lot of hard and fast rules about it. So it's up to whatever Scott wants to do about that, concerning that matter.
Right. Well, I mean, we could sell that. I also could actually just work as I am an artisan, technically.
Yes, you could apply a profession.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do some artisanal work about the town.
Yeah, and that would just give you money.
And then there's also just research that could be done on something. If there's anything else. So my first action would be concurrent to when you're doing the thing, so I can't do it then.
We can fuck.
We can just kind of timey-wimey.
Yeah, we can timey-wimey it. Yeah.
I mean, I could try to do research into the lighthouse.
Sure.
It would cost me 100 gold to do to make a +1 bonus. It would hit me one work for it. So I'm not bad at it, actually. I'm pretty okay at doing that kind of thing. Okay, so you guys want me to do that?
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I grant you advantage.
Yep.
all right. Well, let's go with maybe 1 + 1, because fuck it. So I'm gonna reduce that.
That's a weird way of doing math.
Just 100. Yes. Just fuck the math.
Yeah.
all right.
Territory is one of the most.
All right. So I have a plus.
Are we going to have money left to do
3.
Maybe. We'll
No,
see.
we currently have 284
I
after
need
this
200.
action.
I need at least 200 to do it.
Okay.
284. And then I'm probably going to work for the last week, so I'll get us some money.
Yeah.
Going to totally take some from Amanda.
No, buying the profession is going to be your money.
Yeah.
This is stuff you're doing for yourself, not for the company. Like,
All
you
right.
can run a business, but most of the acting abilities already handle sort of running the company.
Okay. So my total is 18.
18. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do some research into this lighthouse. You sort of look over its identifying figures and
I'm sorry, it's 20.
20.
I did my
okay.
numbers wrong.
Fantastic. Yeah, you do some research. You pull in some company information, and you discover that this lighthouse is in a bay called the Silent Sound, which is to the north of Neverwinter.
Okay.
You know exactly where it is. It's on the long road up north to Neverwinter. Let me see if there's anything else I can give you about this.
I think one thing I'd like to know would be like distance from here. I feel like it's really far, right?
It's pretty far.
Yeah.
We can probably do a
Very much north of Waterdeep.
It is north of Waterdeep, so you'd have to go up to Waterdeep. I will just
Remind
mention
you, yeah.
that you do have an artifact that can teleport you places.
I was going to mention.
I was gonna say.
But yeah, no, it's you discover you actually do some looking up in some company information that lighthouse is been for 2 years. The order the headquarters of the Order of the Stout Half Pint, a franchise of Acquisitions Incorporated.
The stout what?
The Stout Half Pint. Order of the Stout Half Pint.
Ooh, I like them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All dwarfs, all of them.
Okay. So yeah,
Halflings and dwarves.
I guess probably what's happening for this is he's probably has just like stumbled in with like coffee and like I don't know some like pork rind type things, and yeah. What's that?
Cracklins.
Cracklins. Yeah, just some pork cracklins. And he's just like kind of munching on them a little bit as he's kind of just going through it, everything. yes, you can have some,
Comes out and
just some. And he's got this one book, and he's like, this Silent Sound place. I think this is it. I think this is the lighthouse.
Does it have a picture of the Oh, the lighthouse?
Yeah, can the book have a picture?
Absolutely, it does. Yeah,
Does this look like?
it's an old map of it that has the lighthouse and has some
That's it.
identifying figures.
We have a place.
All right, we have the place, we have a name of a person, and we have what it looks like, and we know where it is. I think we have the ingredients to teleport now. I do.
Ooh.
You don't know how to teleport, do you?
But that does.
Yes, I have to be familiar with the place, otherwise bad things could happen.
Wow.
The reason why she was able to go there is because she knows it.
Okay, so we know the person, we know the name of the person, we've seen the person, we've seen an image. There's a lot we have on our favor, I think.
Her and her location are two totally different things.
Now, like I said, it's not that too terribly far away from Neverwinter, which you could have gone to. I would say that Neverwinter is as big and popular a place that you could have gone there on a school trip at some point.
Oh, I remember that statue in that one place that I saw.
Yes, that's true.
All right, so if we can't go there, maybe is there another place you have been to near there?
And
Neverwinter is nearby.
Ah, it's almost like I was getting an idea going.
I've never been there.
So,
never been to Neverwinter.
if you want, we can do this, but it runs the risk of us not being able to get back, and the franchise suffering in our absence.
Well, if we're dead, it doesn't matter anyway.
Well, that's what the Major Domo's there for.
That's true.
She's there to oversee it while we are off doing things.
Plus, I believe that we've garnered enough goodwill that people will let some things slide for a bit.
Well, didn't you want to explore a little bit before we all...
I would like to see if I could help out, maybe get more of the lay of the land. Just, try to learn my duties in order to better help this endeavor.
I will spend some time studying our cabin to make sure that I can get back.
Sure.
No, that's perfect. That's fine.
Yes, we're going on a trip. We're
right.
going on a trip.
This is kind of
So you're going to be doing the explorer action.
Yep. Yep.
All right, and you were going to be doing.
I'm just gonna do some work.
Yeah, sure.
He's gonna bring out his jewel making kit, and he's actually this is the one thing he's extremely fastidious about. Like, his clothing, like the carnelian jewel, is really beautiful and it is polished really well. But usually his clothes are kind of unkempt, like a little unkempt. Like it's clean, but it's just like kind of
a couple wrinkles.
Slightly hand-sold, but
Yeah.
roll out of bed like that sort of look.
a little.
Kind of shake it out and put it on.
Well, the kind of thing that someone would do when they don't sleep very well. They just kind of untucked a little, But his jewel kit, he brings out very keenly, and it's fastidious, it's clean, it shines, and he's like, okay, I've already gotten some rocks nearby, and let's see what we can do with them. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just do that. So, if you want to go ahead and set yours up, because I don't exactly know what numbers I need to do.
In general downtime because I know I've been helping other people with spells and stuff, I've mostly just been also doing my own prayers, and so sort of like, it's been pretty common sight amongst the town that I take a walk at the dawn hours, so maybe one or two people has joined me.
The farmers and the people can. You're a common sight to them.
I'm sort of becoming familiar sight, and then eventually I want to start proselytizing and getting followers, but not yet. Not quite. I have a life of God. But I do want to do the exploring action.
Go ahead and do the exploring
200
action.
gold. I get a +2. It's a survival check. I'm not proficient, but I get a +2 because I am a cartographer. And I can give myself advantage. That 13 plus 5, that's an 18. I think that's pretty decent.
It does sound pretty decent. So an 18.
I think it's natural.
Yeah, you find a natural feature.
Right.
And as you're sort of exploring the area, you find a pretty extensive natural cave system that was, you can tell because there are structures installed in it. This was a hideout of some sort.
Oh.
It's gone to pot recently. There's definitely some signs of a fight. So there's a lot of broken chairs.
Does it feel like this was the old hideout for the bandits?
You think this might have been the old hideout for the bandits. Ooh, but it's still a nice place. I mean, it's not. It looks like before everything went to crap here, it was well maintained. It was a place where people could lodge. And you feel kind of at home here.
Oh, I like it.
Because, you got the caves and the walls all around you. And,
Cozy.
but yeah, no, you find this, you're able to sort of kick around, clear it out. You can track a path from the town to here.
Cool.
And you think that you might be able to put this to some use.
Okay. Can't remember. I think there's some benefit we get. Hold on. What was there? Luckily, I didn't find a threat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it valuable resources lower the monthly cost for by 25% for 1d4 plus 1 month.
Or it can be a location that can serve as a safe house.
Yeah, I mean this definitely would be a safe house.
Yeah, so I'm gonna mark this under as like safe house.
Mm-hmm.
So if we ever need a backup location,
You got that?
Okay, so what, do you have any way you want to describe it?
Old bandit cave.
Old Bandit Cave, that's right.
Old bandit cave.
Old Bandit Cave.
And just mark down safe house.
That just sounds like a folk band.
Old bandit cave.
Come on down to the Old Crow Medicine Show.
Old Bandit Cave.
And with headliner Old Bandit Cave.
Yes.
Old bandit cave.
But it's one guy.
Yep.
His name is Bandit Cave.
Well, his name is Jones, and he does a barbecue and foot massage.
His name is actually Cave Bandit.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
The Decemberists. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just-
That's the bulk of what I would have done.
Okay.
And
Good times.
also helping around. But
Sure.
I'm not gonna roll for that. That's just me bouncing around.
All right.
So, do you want me to do this?
Do what?
Well, while you guys are sort of gathering supplies and whatnot, you do get a. That's right. You decided that the Major General would be your horse person, right? Is that the job?
Yes.
That you guys
That's
I'm-
right.
I'm cool with her
Yeah.
being the horse person. Unless
So,
I can think of it.
yeah, she
The only other thing I was thinking was the murderer.
The obviator.
That was the other one I was thinking about. I'm thinking a horse person might
Yeah,
be
horse
better.
person. Yeah, she's pulling some stuff out. And she's there's something in here. She's pulling out from her horse person's bag, and she pulls out something that's slightly larger than the opening of the bag itself. It kind of distends a little bit, and it's this hexagonal, very clean lined. It looks to be of some indeterminate type of material. It's very clean. It has kind of a sheen to it. You're not entirely certain what it's made of, but it has all sorts of runes and designs on it. And there are 2 notes attached to it. And they're sort of one of them is just has the general seal of acquisitions incorporated on it. The other has that as well, but it also has Omendron's personal seal on it.
I'll read that one first.
Okay. The note says, hold on. So I'm going to need you to do a little extra work for me. It shouldn't be too taxing. I have a contact in Neverwinter who's secured a cache of treasure. Her name is Opal Descartes, and you can usually find her in a tavern in the Black Lake district known as the Stable Quiver. She's a shapeshifter, so I can't say for sure what she'll look like when you locate her. You can suss her out with the passphrase, "That's a big hen house," and she should reply, "Only to a small fox." When you locate her, tell her that it's safe to move the cargo around along the Platinum Road. And that's it. She'll give you the treasure to get out of Neverwinter safely. The whole affair should take a few hours, and then you can be on your way. You can get the goods for me when you return.
I look at the other note.
The other note, you open it up, and it is like rating stereo equipment. It is instructions.
Oh, but I do so love this.
Yes, you do. This is a anchor point for a planar structure, and you're looking it over, and there are. It looks pretty straightforward. But there are sections where you have to unfold it, arrange it in specific ways. There are passages that you have to read in Infernal and Celestial in order to begin the unfolding process.
So I'm going to need some help.
Okay.
Could you pick it up?
Okay.
And I'm going to need you to read some things when I tell you to.
Okay.
When I tell you to.
Okay.
I don't
Fair enough.
want you to misunderstand me
No.
when I tell you to. Cool?
Yeah.
Are we cool?
You know, it's not
Everything's
dumb,
cool.
It's not dumb. It's really not dumb. I think I know what this is, and I don't want it to get messed up and kill us.
right? Got it. I'll make sure it doesn't kill you.
Us.
Where do we want this thing?
Oh.
I think
thought it
it's
was
our-
gonna-
Yeah, you have a nice plot of land up on the hill.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Above the. Oh, have we gone to see our kobold and feed him and water him and take him
I'm
walking?
gonna assume that you've done that.
Yeah.
He's now an employee of ours.
Oh yeah, that's also we get a couple unskilled laborers and we get one
Yeah.
skilled.
He's what we
labor.
call a
Major guy.
sub-employee. He's not quite our intern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet,
Yeah, yeah.
but soon.
Yeah, no, I've been checking in on him,
Right.
making sure all is well.
Yeah, he's been cleaning everything up down there. But yeah, like there's basically some calculations that you can do about putting it on top of an existing structure. And like the sort of the feng shui perfect place to set the thing so that it aligns with any existing like foundations or understructures.
Cool.
And yeah.
I do that.
So yeah, what I'm gonna need is once you place it pretty much exactly where you think you're gonna need to, I just need an Arcana check from you.
Would you like the blessing of life in it?
Yes, please.
All right, I'm gonna cast guidance on you.
So, Arcana is a +5. I've got advantage. Don't think there's anything else that I can do to squeeze any more out of this. So,
Do you have advantage? Oh, you are.
your blessing.
No, guidance is a D4.
Oh, gotcha.
Enhance ability, which is a second level spell. And if I don't know if are we about to leave or are we? Do I have the capacity to probably?
You can probably rest before you leave.
Okay, so I'll give you instead of that, I'll give you the enhanced ability.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay,
Still
so
obeyed.
The first
you
roll
are
was a
able
1.
to direct them to place it at the right thing. You point at them and show them passages that they need to read. Sometimes at one at a time. There's a point where they have to read them in tandem, and it creates this terrible like dissonance between them.
thing.
I'm recording this whole thing, by the way.
Nice. But when it completes, the top of the object starts to turn and then expand, and then impossibly, it starts to fill the prescribed places of the foundation of the building. There's a bit of calibration as a section of it sinks up to the cellar door. And then it literally begins to unfold itself. It's pretty slow going. This isn't a rapid thing, but just impossible angles start to
Like
form.
a wall here,
yeah, a wall
a step
here,
here.
And
It's non-Euclidean. Like,
Yeah.
that. Okay, see, like that triangle has way more than 180 degrees in it.
absolutely.
Huh?
But that's a triangle. See, it's only got 3 sides. And the angles are smaller than 90 degrees.
You're going to break him. You're going to.
Yeah.
No. It has already begun.
I don't want to.
Yeah, so you guys wait for about an hour, and it gets up to about midway up the tall people's calves, but it's just like sort of slowly kind of non-Euclidean 3D printing itself into existence.
Let's just take a moment.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. Yeah,
Got a bit of a baby thing.
but as far as your instructions go, this will tend to itself.
Good.
So
Good, we don't have to water it or anything.
So, while this is baking,
A little lack of a better term.
Works for me.
anything else would just be way too highfalutin. Who wants to go to Neverwinter?
Oh, yes. In about time, we're going to figure out how good my working did.
Sure.
So I'm actually going to craft an item instead because there's
Okay.
actually better chance for me to do well. Well, I don't know. It's weird because like work does, you could get a comfortable lifestyle plus 25 gold if you do the best you can do.
Right. See, they don't do like, oh, you busk and you get like X number of gold. It's you get some your cost for like weekly lifestyle is taken care of.
Right.
The problem is you're already doing that because as long as we're operating the franchise and doing franchise stuff, part of our payment of the franchise cost covers a poor lifestyle right now. So at least we have a place to sleep, we have food, we have water. That's about it.
The basics.
The very basics. The higher ones will give us bigger lifestyles.
Right. So I don't know. Maybe that means I want to like do the. Yeah, I'll do the work for now because there's really no point in me making a gem right now.
Yeah.
All right. So it's gonna be a real basic roll. Just gonna get a +5 on a roll because I'm using my chit kit, and let's see what happens.
Yep.
Work. Just want to be sure.
And eventually we can make magic items too, but they're
gonna
they're
take
time
a
consuming
while.
and they take a lot of money.
Yeah,
But we
that's
can do
fine.
that.
That's fine. All right, here we go.
That was weirdly cocked.
It was. Well, either way, it's a 14. Get a modest lifestyle for a week.
Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Modest. That's right. I'm living decent.
All right.
You actually go out on the town
So-
by yourself a few times.
Yeah, I think honestly what he's doing is
Take you to play.
yeah, right.
It's a puppet. It's a puppet show.
I have a good night out at the tavern. Ooh, I watched the arm wrestling as part of it. Yeah, exactly. Maybe I make some bets. Well, we need to make some bets later.
Oh,
That's
there
what
is gambling. That is a downtime action we can
Alright.
do is gambling.
So, yeah.
It is.
Fighting.
So yeah, you're able to get some modest chump change. I'll look up and decide how much that is in raw cash.
Aye.
But yeah,
fair.
so you activate the orrery after you kind of get all your stuff together, and
Yeah, okay, everyone go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Everyone make sure that you have everything.
Everybody
We are
Yes.
not coming back until we are done.
Anybody got water?
I can only do this once a day.
Okay, fine. But we are going to be in Neverwinter, so if we need anything else, we can get it.
We really hope we're going to be in Neverwinter.
I think we're going to be in Neverwinter.
Rynford, I have faith.
Everybody's set up.
Okay,
Also, when we get to Neverwinter, I can rent horses and a cart and stuff.
so this lets me cast teleport, and teleport has a table.
Yep.
How familiar am I with Neverwinter on a scale from very familiar, seen casually, viewed once, or I've only ever had a description of it?
I would say seen casually.
Okay. And would I now be considered very familiar with our home base?
Yes,
Awesome. So, here's the table. You get to roll a d100.
I have already done so.
Oh no.
What's the number?
The number is 86.
Is that bad or good?
We make it. We are on target.
Good.
So yeah, you activate it. Yeah, you go through the various motions that you figured out. Activate this property of the artifact. You sort of
I imagine almost like it's a spherical Rubik's Cube that I'm dialing in like coordinates.
and then you all experience what he described earlier. This notion of space coming together in one place. You are both in a moment. You are both simultaneously standing in front of your self-constructing manor house, and you are in sort of the main town square center of Neverwinter. And then there's a pop and a snap, and you are just standing in Neverwinter. It's not an uncommon sight. This happens from time to time. So you're not like swarmed by guards or anything. But people take notice. Y'all guys left probably around mid-morning, probably about. And think about teleportation. It's the same time.
Oh.
Yay. It's a little
I'm just waving like at.
It's
stupidly
definitely
at
a
people.
little colder.
This is what cold feels like.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
There's a strong breeze coming off the coast. The sea air is coming in you.
That is why we were putting things on that are longer and warmer.
Oh, I didn't.
Someone off
yeah.
in the distance singing a sea shanty.
Yeah, sea shanty is. Yeah, the city is a magnificent wonder. There are many tall spires, grand architecture, but there is certainly something you guys have probably heard in the past few years. A great disaster was visited upon Neverwinter. A volcano erupted, destroying great swaths of the city. So there's a massive reconstruction effort undergoing, which, it is, a lot of taxes are being levied. So it's kind of a reverse of the normal situation. The lower classes are experiencing a great boon of employment, whereas the nobles are getting taxed heavily. So there's a bit of topsy-turviness in the scenario. So there's kind of an air of quiet unrest in the city. But yeah, you are approached a couple minutes after popping in by one of the guards.
We've done an announcement like, we're Reliquary, we're here on official Acquisitions Incorporated franchisee business.
Show 'em your badge.
Ding.
Yeah, they looked that up. They're like, Acquisitions Incorporated. It's excellent. A fine local business. Of course, the Neverwinter headquarters. He points you off in a direction. I don't know if any of the management is in town right now, but there you go.
Okay.
But yeah, no, if you're on Acquisitions Incorporated business, that sounds fine. Just wanted to give you guys a nice little check to make sure that you weren't, invading demons from some terrible plane. It happens from time to time. You guys seem on the up and up. It's fine. It's fine. Can I point you guys anywhere you need to go?
Insert name of tavern. What we got from the letter.
The Stable Quiver. It's the Black Lake district. He shows you to where sort of the archway leading to that district is.
Oh, thank you very much.
As we leave, he hears in his head, "Thank you."
He just kind of looks around, doesn't sure.
Should have said it.
Are they invading?
You should have said it in Infernal.
Only if I knew Infernal. I should have done it in deep speech.
It's not like you don't know two people in your party.
So, do we want to check in with the local chapter, or do we want to just head over to the tavern?
Did you tell us about the first note?
Oh, I'm
Okay.
assume that I read things out loud to you.
Okay, got it. I thought we would do that on the way out.
Well, if we go to the tavern and we have something to report about it, it would be good. So I think we should do the work
The letter
first.
says we have to bring
I mean,
the
say, I
stuff
can always just
black
give him a
with
call.
us.
That's true. I mean,
I would rather you try to reach out to the Order of the
mongoose?
Stout
The
Half
stout-
Pint.
Yes.
See if you can raise them.
Okay.
not a bad idea.
I mean, we can do either or. I just thought it would be more convenient because we gather the stuff and then we would leave on our way back.
But we're not leaving yet because we have to go to the Lighthouse.
Right, correct. That's why we wouldn't immediately go there first.
But I want to make sure that she doesn't leave the tavern.
Oh, no, okay. That's all you had to say. I'm fine with that.
Let's go there.
I think I know the way, as he probably points in slightly the wrong direction. Or then he goes, that way. Ah, yes.
I will say me trying to use this sending stone is going to be awful.
Oh, that's right. It's an Arcana check.
Yes, it is.
Indeed, it is.
Oh,
All right, so
need a little help.
you're gonna, yeah. I mean, she is the Secretariat. She can use it.
Yeah.
I will bless you with guidance, which is an extra D4.
Okay.
Are you doing it now?
I can do it now.
Yeah. All right. So you're sending a message to.
I wrote it down. Order of the Stout Half Pint.
Okay.
To get in contact with their Secretarian.
So the thing is, there is. Yeah, I'll go ahead and let's roll for now.
Can I use my reroll?
You can absolutely use your inspiration for this game.
Oh.
Now, that 1d4 stays where it is.
Okay.
That does not get re-rolled.
That's fine. Odds are better that. Oh, fuck you, Don.
Literally rolled the same thing.
All right, I rolled a 9, so it's not making
Yeah, it does not.
And I can't do that for a day.
No, once it resets until it's successfully used.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So the thing is,
you're right.
there is like an alternate rule that can be used. So if someone helps, they can instead just go, hey, you can act as if you have proficiency because I'm literally there telling you how to use it, but I don't give them the advantage to helping. Is that a thing that we can do?
I don't.
Are you holding it upside down?
Am I? Was I?
I don't know.
All right.
Regardless, I don't think proficiency will take her up to.
No.
Where,
I don't know. I mean, it's +2, so
yeah, no, that wouldn't do it.
yeah, that's fair.
I think it's only a 15 or
It's a
higher.
15, yeah.
You should gotta
This is one of the sillier moments.
Yeah.
get. So she's really good at Secretariat, one side of Secretariat stuff. Not so good.
Using her magical cell
Jenkins,
phone.
girl.
Yeah.
Some phones are hard.
We'll help.
Set in stone is a little weird.
We can get you some training. Actually, that's something you can really do on downtimes, by the way.
I don't think I need
Can't use
training.
skills.
You can't?
No, it's tools and languages.
Um,
Can't get
Not skills.
Not skills.
Anyway,
To the Black Lake District.
okay, so head to the Black Lake District. Yeah.
Just a picture of your head.
Oh, thank you. That's perfect. I was trying to think of what it would be, and then you're like, your head is like.
You know what? I can do some editing on the back end once we get those art active.
God
assets.
speed you if that's the case.
But anyway,
You're welcome.
so yeah, you guys make your way to the Black Lake District. This is definitely more an upscale part of the city. It's named after a large black lake that sort of dominates the district around the shore.
Hey. There's the lake.
There are manor houses, upscale businesses. There are taverns of many sorts, stages where performances can be held.
Hey, LB.
Yes.
There's the lake.
You're doing great. Really proud of you.
Found the lake.
Yep.
Good job. That's the lake. This is the Black Lake District. That's the Black Lake.
But now we gotta find the.
Stable quiver.
Stable quill. Quiver?
Mm-hmm. Quiver.
Stable quiver. Okay.
Don't want an unstable quiver. That would be dangerous.
Yeah, you eventually find your way around the shore, and you find the stable quiver. It's a nondescript, well-built tavern. When you come in, you can see right off the bat, a little weird. The clientele is mixed. There's artisans, lesser nobles, and skilled laborers, middle-class merchants. There's mixing of the classes that you don't often see. You see a couple of people who are decidedly scoundrelous in corners, having meetings with people.
In the designated skulking corner.
In the designated Silton corner.
Yep.
The dark ones.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost as though this is a place where the high meet the low to arrange
Some sort of.
missions, equality. Yeah, not runs in the shadows of any type.
No, that sounds
Or
dangerous.
scum and
Villainy. Yeah.
villainy.
But anyway, yeah. When
Well,
you
this doesn't really seem like a wretched hive.
no, not quite.
No. A lovely hive.
Yeah.
Like, I would bring a small child in here with me.
That really is sort of the level for a hive.
I would bring a small. I'm suddenly imagining I bring a small child with me, and you just pick me up.
So when you
Bennigan's.
when you enter the tavern, all the tables appear to be occupied, but there are a couple of empty stools that stand at the bar.
Okay.
I will go. Do any of them have gnome assistants?
Yeah, absolutely. They
Thank God. I will do that and not embarrass myself
Yeah.
by clambering.
Doing the climbing.
Doing like the like don't know how to mount a horse style,
Yeah.
like half up, belly on, like leg
The
over.
short guy shuffle. So what we gotta do?
Get there, get situated.
Oh, he actually comes up behind you. I could just start talking to
No.
Save that for later.
No.
That might arouse suspicion.
It makes people uncomfortable. You do know that, right?
people. Oh, it does?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Every time they do it, they look around confused. Do you remember that time? Every time. It's literally every time you do that.
I taught him that was another way of expressing joy.
Oh.
No, I don't remember that.
So how did that work out for you?
so
That would have been really funny if you just rolled with it, but oh well.
so eventually the bartender sees that you guys have settled up to the bar, and he comes over and he says, "What can I get you guys?"
Well,
So as you're looking at him, there's something you notice after just a moment's looking at him. He has a distinct birthmark on his face. It's in the shape of a squid.
squid. Okay. I'm going to do everything I can not to completely be looking at his face, at the squid, and be like,
I surprisingly, it doesn't bother me. I see weird shit all the time.
you know what? Maybe something black and inky. Just something nice, hard.
I would like some tea.
Alrighty, I can start brewing up a pot. What about the two of you? What can I get for you?
Using my brewmaster knowledge, what is the most potent drink on the menu?
The most strongest potions.
Your most brain and resolve smashing alcohol, if you please. Daddy's got to get blackout.
Like very well. The triple gin.
Ooh.
The triple gin.
I'll just go, man, what haven't I had in a while? Got anything barley-ish?
Oh yeah, we've got the barley wine from the Doomgate Inn.
Yes, please.
Yeah, special order. They don't sell a lot of this, but I got a cask in the back.
Oh, good. The cask.
Oh, well, all right, it's your money.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he goes back, gets drinks, puts them out in front of you all. Says,
Thank you.
so what brings you to town? I don't think I recognize any of you from around. You guys adventurers. You guys got the look.
Down south.
Look, well, I mean, mayhap we do things of a nature that be adventure. Yeah, yes.
Well, he kind of looks around, looks at all the various business meetings going on. You're among friends, I think.
I would assume. I mean, unless everyone here is just putting on a really good show.
Improv comedy.
Have you heard about these things? Like, it's just where people will convene and come up with a silly idea, and they'll go out and do it, and it's like almost a performance in the middle of like town, where they'll all just stop and stand as still as statues.
You know what?
Or they'll all just start singing the same song. It's a thing.
What will bards come up with next?
I know, right?
That's terrifying. It's like, what if my life is a lie the whole time? Like, I'm just trying to talk to someone, and they've been telling
He
me.
looks at it in your head and says,
I know what your head voice sounds like now.
I know what your head voice sounds like.
I said that out loud.
He's like, well, enjoy your drinks. If there's anything else I can get for you fine folks, let me know.
Have some fun.
Call me Squid.
Yeah, so you're doing
Sorry?
You can call me Squid.
Squid?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Squid.
Aw.
What was the
Never thought that.
out of play? What was the name of the person that we are looking for?
Opal Descart.
That's right, Opal Discard. Actually, there is something I would like to know, or rather, beg your pardon, someone. I'll just lean in close.
He leans in.
Opal Discard. You ever heard the name?
Nope, never heard of her in my life.
Really?
That's an inside check.
Nope. Like before you even get done. No. Just nope.
That's a 10.
Nah, dog. That ain't something I'm good at.
11, sorry.
21.
Hey.
Yeah, 10 makes it.
Jesus.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you also realize he said her. So yeah, he.
Right.
He's like,
Assumptions.
I look at you. I look to you because I get that recognition. You recognize it in the eyes, like, her? Question mark.
Like, all right, well, let me know if you guys need any drinks. Sorry, don't never heard of them. But yeah, I gotta get back to the bar. Gotta brew up some more wine there. Yeah.
All right.
Of course. Have a lovely day. Thank
Right. And you can get another cask of the barley, right? Yeah. We have more of those.
We just got the one, but you enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That was weird.
So the pronoun might have been a misstep.
Yeah,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You want me to make contact?
Don't just start poking people's brains.
It makes people uncomfortable.
Well,
You gotta be careful. Look. Only in times where we really have to be subtle, and even then, it's a little kind of like hitting a nail against a person's brain.
Is that how it feels?
Not it feels. It's just okay. imagine that you see everything in your normal senses, and then suddenly something just slams against your brain that you didn't expect. You couldn't have seen it.
You know how I know this is good?
It's just, yeah.
This is okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Just
I don't
be
want to drive
careful.
this through his eye socket.
Well, that's too
I'm
bad.
glad we're keeping this.
Yeah, I know.
This makes my job easier.
Well then,
Well, the tea is pretty good. I wonder how that. Have some of that?
Yeah, sure.
Drinks it. Oh, that's actually not bad at all.
Did we get any
Well,
kind of
thanks.
vague description?
They're a changeling.
It's
that's right.
It's a shape changer, so it could look. She could look like anything.
Yeah.
Haven't
such
seen
as
them.
a bartender named Squid.
A little on the nose, but
All right, well,
I had to see them. Yes. Push mark.
Relay to others. Relay to others. Look around for someone not talking with anyone else.
It takes a moment. It's like talk others.
Tell others in party
Okay.
to look for
Look for.
people in tavern
Okay.
not talking with other people.
People alone. Got it. He basically
Not alone. May
no
sit-
contact.
yes.
Okay. He basically says. He does it. Look. He says this to both of you because they have these simple concepts. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't have a conversation with you. So he's like, look others. No social contact.
okay, fine. I get that.
All right. I'm gonna get up. Is there like a pool table or something?
Yeah, there's
Some sort of
fantasy.
game.
There's
Darts.
there's fantasy snooker.
Billiards.
Fantasy snooker.
Oh, it's a bad miss.
I'll make my way to the regional bar game as I get up and kind of look around for.
I'm guessing it'd be darts, but it's literally the item dart, which is the throwing dagger thing.
Yep.
And there's just like a chunk of the wall that's just
Designated.
covered in little stab marks.
Yep.
All right. And as I do, I'm just gonna kind of scan the crowd and see if I can pick up on any.
Give me an insight check, please.
Yeah, I'm also good.
same
Same,
here.
same thing.
Because I'm very good at
I mean, I'll
insight.
try it.
Oh yeah, I'll take a 25
All right.
with a natural 20.
A 1.
21.
I got a 1.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is really good.
It's so good.
So that roll was so bad that I just did that to distract you all so I could start chugging.
So, you scan the room. Inisalia, you don't see anyone that matches that concept.
The
not looking
social.
around. Everyone seems to be engaged in their conversations. You definitely, when you kind of like look back at the bar, you do see Squid like looking at you guys every now and then. Like you definitely think that you got under his skin when you ask that question. So you're pretty sure he knows more. It's not just a you made him nervous. Like you think that he probably knows who you're talking about. So you kind of the scratch is there. Lowin, you, as I said, also you don't see people like that. However, you see a small human woman sitting at one of the booths who is engaged in her conversation, but you catch her you catch her like 3 times as you're scanning the room, not looking at you, but looking at your companions. Like specifically at Rynford, like sizing him up.
He reaches out to Rynford and goes, human woman.
Continue.
Human woman to my left. looking at you.
I will, having actually dropped my thing, I'll, sorry everyone, been a while, and I'll like stoop down and just get up in that direction, and my gaze will sweep across.
So when you sweep across, you don't see the person that he's talking about, but you're able to do a quick scan, and you do see a woman leaving.
Like out the front door?
Yeah, like out the front door. Like in the moments when you two were talking, and you jumped, she ended her conversation, stood up, and left.
Ask Inisalia to follow me. You stay here.
Follow Rynford.
And I will walk out the front door.
And he actually
Stumblingly, kind of like,
need to
oh,
stay here."
excuse me.
Sure.
We need to talk to.
Yep. I'll
Oh, yes.
Squid.
go run.
Would you mind? Could you carry this?
Yeah.
I need to go out. Okay, thank you. I need to go.
Okay.
Get drunk, you.
And she's like,
It's a discerning palate.
Okay, so you guys head out and follow her. I need a perception check from the both of you.
$13.
+1. 6.
Well,
You don't see her anywhere.
that lady's gone. Ooh. Oopsie.
Hey,
I wasn't acting, by the way. I really am very inebriated. So if you were assuming that this wasn't an act, I'm flattered. But no, I am drunk. So
I will definitely just hold on to this.
just
for you.
okay.
Yeah,
That's a good
yeah,
idea.
it's safe.
I don't.
I think
Where is she?
We might have lost her.
Really?
I could scream out that we're here on official acquisition.
That's no. Think I'm going to be hungover now.
Hair of the dog?
Yeah, I don't want to waste it. Oh, here you come. Hang.
There's the head.
And I will like vom.
Ooh.
All right.
drink.
So back
way
in,
too fast.
back in the bar.
Yeah. Actually, while we're sitting, I'm actually going to be like, bartender, it's Mr. Squid.
He comes back over and says, "Can I get you something else?"
Oh, well, I'm kind of, nursing this right now. I was wondering if, we could share some conversation,
You know a lot about Neverwinter, right? Is it always cold like this?
Usually, I mean, in summer it gets balmy, but most of the time it's a bit chilly. Yeah, I mean, winter time.
Would you recommend a place where I can get a nice tiny coat?
He's like, "Oh, absolutely. There's a store by what was her name? Tamarind Beestinger has a shop that specializes in small float clothes."
I like small folk clothes.
Yes, yes.
I'll have to experiment. I don't know what my people like to wear, but
Well, I want to get to the real point. You have to tell us the story. The story. I'm sure there's a story there, right?
He kind of like narrows his eyes. He's like, "Well, sir, are you familiar with the concept of birthmarks?
Wow. Yes, of course. But, come on.
You can probably figure out from the name that I got it when I was born.
I wonder.
And it was marked.
I'm interested. They do say that birthmarks actually are
I'm actually
brandings
looking-
of the gods.
I'm actually looking at it very deeply. I actually want to see if it really is a birthmark.
Okay.
can I
Give me
make a check on that?
Yeah, bring me a perception check.
All right. I suppose I could maybe do an investigation.
Sure,
Because I am
investigation,
kind of
yeah.
like sizing it up.
Go ahead, do an investigation.
All right. A little better. That is a 20. Not a dirty 20.
Yeah, it looks like a natural birthmark. It just happens to be in the shape of a squid.
They say birthmarks are sort of the brandings and the markings of the gods. Obviously, Umberly comes to mind because of the sea. But there's a couple other seafaring gods and goddesses that.
Well, my faith is a private matter. Can I get you fellows anything else to drink?
Sorry, I wasn't trying to pry. I was just.
Right. Well, yes. I tell you what. We're gonna freshen up a little bit of his tea, and actually, I think what we'd really like to do is maybe. Sorry, I'm actually looking up the thing we have real quick here.
What is her name?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. And maybe we could talk a little more about Opal Descartes, and you could tell me everything you know about her. I'm gonna pass a suggestion on him.
Do I have to make a roll on that?
It is a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Yep.
Okay.
Look into my eyes.
So the timepiece also lets me do this.
Which one? Oh yeah, that.
That's pretty awesome.
What is the DC on that?
I think
13.
I know how to word it, but I don't know.
He shakes his head and is like, is it obvious that you did magic on them if they fail it?
Depends. You could have me maybe do a.
What is the spell? Is it verbal? Somatic?
It is a verbal.
Then, is it suggestion?
It's suggestion, yeah.
Generally, a lot of those enchantment ones will say in the description if.
Well, one sec. I have it pulled up here. Okay, verbal and material. But you can always substitute material for having like an item, a focus. So my focus.
Probably have an arcane focus.
I do. I believe my focus.
Well, you're being drawn with a nice like ascot with a little fascinator on it. Yeah,
I think that's probably it.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
I'll kind of thumb that a little bit, and then that's when I do it. You know?
Okay. So he made his check, so I'm wondering if he knows that you just tried to put a whammy on him.
We could leave it down to a deception roll.
Yeah, go ahead and make a deception roll then.
Because I don't want to make it obvious.
Yeah, sure.
That's 22.
Yeah, he just kind of shakes his head and says like, "I'm sorry, I just don't know anything about that."
Oh, that's fair. I just it seems like you're so knowledgeable. Was all. I was just very surprised. Right. Fair enough. Apologies. I think we're good if you have enough tea. We're just waiting for our friends to come back. They think they're doing some not being drunk business or something.
All right. Well, if you'd like to make a deception or persuasion check to try and push this, I'll let you make another roll.
Okay.
I can give you advantage because I'm also trained in persuasion.
Yeah, let's do the persuasion.
All right, so you're 1-2 in him.
So and I actually speak up when he's like about to walk away. He's like, I know it's odd, but we're actually here to help her. I know it just seems that my friend's a little awkward when trying to do this sort of thing.
Sometimes you have to do it certain ways, but
go ahead and make the roll.
Yeah. Well, good thing I had an advantage on that.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, better. So that's gonna be a 15 total.
Okay, so like, you're here to help her.
Yes, and we're here to. We do have an arrangement, but I don't want to harm her.
All right.
My people do not want to harm her if she's a friend of yours.
So he kind of leans over the bar, gets kind of closer to him than to you. And he says,
because I'm small and friendly.
Yeah, he says, "Well, I'm afraid Opal got herself nicked. Funny bit was, with all the laws she's done broken, she gets picked up for something she didn't do. Murder, no less. But I tell you true, Opal ain't the murdering type. See, Opal was pretending to be a local orc thug, getting some information for a client. But in the meantime, that orc kills somebody on the very night Opal's pretending to be him. The guards know the orc. They find Opal looking like him, arrest her, and throw in the holes under Castle Never. Even though they know she's a changer, they still blame her. Easier work for them. That's a lot of the usual suspect in Neverwinter."
Yeah, with the general insight of, I feel like he believes this story. Like, he thinks this is absolutely true.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
That's cocked. Weirdly. That's a 10.
Yeah, he seems to not be shitting you at all.
Oh, that's sad.
That's a
So we'd
very
have
tell.
that means we either have to break her out or we have to find the real work.
She's like, if you can get the true culprit, then yeah, they'd be forced to let her out.
Familiar with who this orc is?
No, I just heard this story from one of her friends.
acquaintances, I think.
Yeah.
Business associates, perhaps.
Yeah, business
Ah,
I know those.
yes, yes. Fair enough. Well, I don't suppose any of those associates are.
Association.
Sorry, it's against the policies of the house to have to finger anybody on that nature. I'm sure you can ask around, but
Okay. Well,
What? So who did this orc murder, if I could ask?
he murdered he murdered one of the wizard apprentices from the mage school here in town.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll hand him. I'm going to hand him 2 silver.
He gladly takes it. So you guys
That's
head.
much better than the gold he used to do.
we're really doing great, by the way. Fantastic.
So yeah, you guys are able to make your way back into the tavern.
Stumbling.
Yeah.
Like,
I have good teachers.
Oh, look at you buttering us up. Also very valuable.
so that didn't work.
Oh, you didn't find them?
We got distracted.
We had him on the run.
Yeah.
And it was touch and go.
Right. I'm sure you were right there.
We were.
Yeah.
You're
right, yeah.
Good of you to recognize that.
I yeah, of course.
But just wouldn't you know it, they slipped through our fingers, and
a noble effort.
we lost him.
Just absolutely.
We have a lead. I think that's what they call it, right? A lead?
Indeed, we do. Well, indeed we do. I say it quietly, and we're gonna maybe go outside the bar. Thank you very much. He kind of waves.
they're
grab the rest of the
not
cask.
there.
No. We're gonna go outside now.
But they're not.
No, we're gonna go outside.
Where are you taking?
Where we're gonna go
Where are
outside
you
so we can
taking?
talk a little more
I'm taking
freely.
it
Why don't we
to,
go
we're
back
going to go
outside?
outside.
So we can talk a little more freely.
Went outside.
Indeed.
Let's go outside.
Yes.
Oh, he's drunk.
You know, we were gonna go to headquarters, but I think that's a bad idea right now.
That's a restoration. You are no longer
Really?
Yes. I have that always cast.
That's awesome.
Fuck this. I'm not, because he's not used to having daddy being bad drunk right now.
So
Dad.
you magically accelerate his liver and just
Not poisoned.
oh wow, that's weird.
You have a nice warm feeling, almost like you're kind of getting drunk again, and then it just
Oh
takes
my
all the
God.
vaccination away.
You made Lathander into a buzzkill. Amazing. It's amazing. That was a really
But there
expensive.
is no hangover. You do not get a
That's
hangover.
true. That's true.
The fact that I don't have one is like weird. Like, just you become so it's like how you go from a cold swimming pool and jump right into a jacuzzi,
Yeah.
and your body is like hot and cold at the same
Yep,
time. It's
yep.
like
Yeah.
I should be in pain,
Right.
but I'm not,
Right.
and the absence is itself
I
discomforting.
haven't felt like this since for like 60 years.
Oh,
Thank you.
So yeah, you guys walk out of the tavern.
I was really enjoying that.
I was too, but it was really difficult to talk to him.
While you guys are sort of having this conversation, I would like people to make perception rolls for me.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Hell no.
20.
Super hell no.
Shit, not bad.
That's a natural one.
17?
18.
Okay, so everyone but Rynford
Despite
no-
not being drunk.
notices about 15 paces behind you, a group of 6 people are following you.
Oh, I'm sure they're friends.
Neverwinter is well known for its friend squads who just go around, and if you're good in
everyone.
city, they give
Hey
you a
everyone,
hug.
we're going to have a bit of a walking huddle. We're going to have a bit of a walking huddle a little bit, and we are going to have a bit of friends apparently following us. Friends, not real friends.
What?
We're going to keep walking, and this moment, just at the town of 1, 2, 3, we're going to then turn around and do something.
Lowin, I will say, while he's going, part of your role, you notice one of them was the woman that left the tavern.
Oh, he's like, yeah, that was. As we're walking, he's like, that's the lady, Rynford.
Right.
The lady's behind us.
I'm going to say,
Well,
act like
hello?
we're going off into the side here, and then we're going to jump them.
So we're going to walk down this alley.
Indeed.
Okay.
Scott, is there any
completely
potential for us to do this plan I'm trying to
Sure.
do?
Yeah. Let's see. What's a good ambush roll here? Let's go ahead and let's make stealth rolls.
All right, I have disadvantage.
Well, you are wearing heavy armor.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, I'm not. It's just I have medium armor, but my armor does
I
give me disadvantage because
That's fair.
I think it's split.
I trip over my own hooves. I got a 4.
Oh boy.
Yeah, scale down. Yeah, I got a 7.
What is my
Oh, that's probably
stealth?
where all your money went, was the armor.
No, I got that.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
That was part of being a
Okay,
cleric.
not terrible.
Oh, okay.
16.
15.
Okay. So, what happens is you guys sort of try and duck into to an alley to try and set up this
But
ambush.
we're doing like that.
Yeah, like
Nuts.
Rynford and Ilby kind of set up these nice flanking positions, but Lowin and Inisalia, like they're going for little corners, but they just run into each other.
We're gonna go into corners and go wham.
Oh, it's like when your cat gets in front of you, so you're just like, like that.
You're not
You're not wrong.
really, really tall, really, really small.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
So this ruins the element of surprise as like this pack of people just sort of round the corner. They don't have weapons drawn. They do have their hands on weapons, but they're kind of given pause by the little kerfuffle here, and they sort of
Right.
all step. They kind of step back, and the small woman, so sort of she raises her hands, is like, "This doesn't have to be a thing.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. You're right.
I just want to talk."
So do we.
That's good.
I
That's
like
good.
talking as he picks himself up.
However, when
Let's-
4 people are being tailed by 6 people and they look pretty intent on running into you.
Let's talk.
Let's talk. Let's
He's
talk.
like,
Talking is good.
you know,
Everyone's hands are just
it's
off
called
weapons.
it's called starting from a position of strength.
And
Well,
it
you
is
definitely have the strength.
it is a wise negotiation tactic.
So
Okay.
we don't want this to go all cattywampus. So why don't I just say what I want from you? We can talk about it like normal people and avoid any entanglements. Because, well, I heard you guys talking about Opal. And, well, you're not going to make much friends about the guards barking down that tree. So what I want to know, 2 things. Who's she working for? Where does she hide the treasure? That's all I want to know.
Well,
I don't know, and I don't know.
I am the worst liar in this outfit. We have no idea.
All right. I need deception checks from people who are saying they don't know who she's working for.
let's say we do know who she's working
You
for.
do absolutely know who
We do know who she's working for. We definitely don't know where the treasure
It's like,
is.
can I do an insight to get an idea of what she might want to hear? I mean, obviously she wants.
She wants the truth.
How does she look? Does she have any kind of emblems or? notable,
No,
like,
she's wearing pretty.
black on black.
No,
Black.
she's wearing night on the town like clothing,
Okay,
like the kind you would go to a nice bar where this is where she was.
nice clothing. Expensive
Yeah, nice.
clothing.
I wouldn't say expensive, but it's
That's fine.
respectable clothing. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I got a fat 12.
Okay.
I got an 11.
11.
I rolled the exact same plus 1.
I mean, I think what I'll do is you guys are doing some kind of talking. I'm actually going to like click out my whispering jar, and basically just kind of leave it open more or less, so it can start collecting voices that are talking right now. So I can imagine, by the way, it's kind of like on a satchel that's like on my side, and I just kind of go and I go. Okay. Well, you guys, what are you saying exactly?
I don't know, and I don't know.
I don't know. You're
No
like,
clue.
I don't know, no clue. All right. And then I guess I'll let them respond to that.
Okay. So she kind of looks at the two of you who talked, and she says, "Well, here's the thing. Sometimes, to really argue from a position of strength, you have to show your strength. So let's see how a good beating loosens your tongues, boys. I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Woo!
Okay. Are we starting this now?
We are starting this now.
All right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me 1 second to bring up my initiative tracker here.
Well, the one time I
Combat.
get an at 20 is on initiative.
Man, we come to every city we come to, we get jumped.
Cities don't like
I
us.
will kind of set it up, so we've got no one to blame but ourselves.
No.
Alrighty, let me add some dudes.
I do not have as much offensive capability as I once had, but that's okay.
Oh wait, actually,
Somebody's
I have a
gonna
19.
need it.
Okay. Sorry, guys, doing some calculations here.
No, it's quite all right.
It's all good, man.
Welcome to combat. Welcome to combat.
Good.
I got
Oh,
a new
wait.
thing. I can.
That's fine. I'm also like checking my shiny new protection.
Yep.
Guys, all that bookkeeping from early in the episode was lame. Now it's
Yeah.
time to get into some fast-paced D&D combat.
All right.
No
Okay.
numbers involved.
All right, Lowin, what did you get for initiative?
9.
9, okay. Ilby, what'd you get?
4.
4, oh, Jesus. Rynford.
21.
Hey.
Oh, boy. And Inisalia.
19.
19,
Oh, good. Good. The
okay.
defender got to go free.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, there's no surprise round or anything here. You
Right.
guys pretty much knew what the score is. So we're going to start at the top of the round with Rynford.
I am going to cast Sleep
Okay.
That'll do it.
as a second level spell.
Hell yeah.
All right.
So I get to roll a total of 7d8
Oh, boy.
for hit points. And I'm going to try and angle it so that I only hit them and don't hit us.
Okay.
Is that doable?
Is that how the sleep works?
Yeah, you cast it at a point.
Okay.
It goes out
And then
a
it
certain
rolls in
radius.
when the
Yeah, you made your stealth check, so you're actually like, I'm assuming Rynford had his 4D chest brain going.
Yeah.
So he positioned himself exactly where he needed to be to put this kind of spell.
All according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan.
God damn it.
My God.
Oh, that was
What the F?
So that is 16 plus, that's 26. Yeah, 26. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 26 plus 32, 34, 36 total hit points starting from the thing that has the
lowest amount.
lowest amount of hit points and then going up.
Yeah, and basically
36 points.
36 points. Okay, so
And it doesn't do partials. It either
it either puts him asleep or doesn't.
Correct.
So 3 of the 5 dudes fall asleep.
Nice.
Thump.
Good.
and as long as we don't mess with them, they'll stay asleep.
Yeah, let me double check the actual wording of the spell. Starting with a creature that has the lowest hit points, each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends unconscious.
Yeah.
Is there a concentration effect on you?
I don't think so. It might be.
No, it is not concentration.
Nice. That's so good.
They are unconscious until the spell ends, the sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap them awake.
Right.
And that's it. If they're immune to being charmed, then it doesn't work.
These are mooks.
These are humans.
Cool. So yeah, I do that and just like cast out it looks like little sleep dust just swirls over and sprinkles down onto them, and 3 of them just drop, and I'm like, yes. It took 4 tries.
That sweet level 3, right?
Okay, so that happens, and then 3 dudes fall asleep. Inisalia, it's your go next.
Okay. I'll do 2 things. But let's just stick with the murder hobo, I guess.
Sometimes you gotta kill a dude.
So,
Well, I was
minions or boss?
What are they wielding?
They're wielding short swords, scimitar, like a collection of
Standard issue thug gear.
standard issue thug gear.
You know, when you go to the thug store, you get the standard issue
Oh, yeah.
leather armor, short sword.
Yeah, leather armor, some leather.
She is actually wielding a very nice looking short sword. It's got some
You may want to
some runic filigree.
You know what? I can
Fancy.
do my bonus action to respond to them if they get attacked. So
Okay.
I'll go ahead and I'm just gonna go up to her and be like, just kept doing this the easier way, and just with the flat of the blade, just kind of smack her upside the head.
Yeah.
So
So you're doing
Just an attack.
just an attack. Yeah.
There is no subdual damage.
How it works is if
I'm aware.
yeah. Gives 0, you can say, yes, I want to kill her.
Does a 14 hit?
it does.
Hey. Excellent.
You want to put some smite on that or not?
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
You can hold on to it. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
We're trying to make friends still.
No, we're
He
not.
says.
I'm also going to say,
That's 9 damage.
if you smite them
9
with
damage?
holy light, you probably can't knock them
Nice.
out.
Okay, yeah, you bludgeon her with a good thing, and it batters her across the head, and she kind of snarls in response to that. And anything else? Anything else we can do here?
Everything else is a reaction.
Yeah, I think most.
All right, cool.
Unless I want to try and persuade her.
Yeah,
That would be an
she-
action.
I think we're.
Yeah.
She snarls, and you can actually see like her teeth are getting like scraggly and sharp as like tufts of fur are coming out of her hair. Her ears are elongating slightly, and she kind of snarls and says, "Kill the wizard!"
They wanted to smite.
And
Apparently.
the two of the bandits are coming in at Rynford.
Is she like?
Oh no.
Okay.
Rynford, no.
Let's see.
Ha.
He's within.
Face down my 12 AC.
Aha!
Character you can see attack a target other than you within 5 feet. Use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay,
Hey,
As long as you're within 5 feet of Rynford, yes.
Yeah.
which you most certainly are.
one dude is going to get that, I assume.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
You didn't put up mage armor.
No,
That's
I
all
did
right.
not.
We're in a town. Why would we assume we're going into battle?
Because we always
we've
get
always
jumped in
did.
alleys.
Look, we just look weird if we just walk around with like armor on, like, look at my battle.
We're fine
Welcome
with
to
it.
D&D.
Yeah.
All right. So, one attack totally swifts and is intercepted by Inisalia. The next one comes in, however, with a nasty biting strike to you. So let me just look at that damage.
Okay.
Gotta actually roll this one.
I have
Uh,
I can use my reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving
You only get
throw.
one reaction a turn.
Yeah.
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 You already
That's fair.
did the thing.
but yeah, they come in and stab you in the shoulder for 8 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Ow.
Ow.
Let's see here. Next is Lowin.
Lowin is because he is just seeing Rynford get attacked and not happy about that. He's like, that is not nice. And he comes in and cracks that dude upside the knee with his mace.
Okay, so the bandit that attacked him.
Oh, too bad I'm not a champion. That's a grand spanking total of 23.
That hits.
He takes 3 points of damage.
Okay, you smack him one good.
But as a bonus action, as he cracks him and he raises up his shield and it glows for a second with that sort of like coronal light, and it manifests sort of off the shield and then sort of collapses, looks like a sun. Then it starts spinning, and then turns sideways and becomes sort of like this shuriken, casting spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Spiritual weapon.
Cool.
And you get an attack with that,
It's gonna
right?
attack that guy.
All right, do it.
Using your brain.
Unfortunately, I only got a 7.
That does not hit.
You want to re-roll it? You can.
Yeah, you got inspiration.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Maybe. That's a 13.
That hits.
Hey.
Yay!
Sometimes thugs be thugging.
Oh, that's better. That's 8 radiant damage.
Nice.
8 force damage, sorry.
Yeah, you manage to sear into him and you knock him back, and he stumbles to the ground bleeding.
Yeah, it literally comes through and it's like a cauterized wound because it's literally like just a blade of energy.
Yeah, and so he's on his knees. He looks like he's real like woozy and punch drunk from that. He's not entirely down, but so next is going to be Ilby.
Okay. So here's what I would like to do if I can. I'm going to actually, and this is the first time Ilby's done something like this, he's actually going to, with his book, he basically pulls out his ledger book, as part of that. And as he runs his hands over it, he's going to then look to everyone else, and then he's going to be like, all right, everyone, watch this. And as he steps forward, I'm going to try to step past so I am like within the center of all the enemies per se, but not within their range.
Sure.
And what's going to happen is he's going to fling open the book and then just like waves of like this almost like these tendrils of like devilish fingers that just smash with force are going to run out. I'm going to actually cast what is it? Sword Burst.
Okay.
Oh, Sword Burst.
Sword Burst. So this is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC 13.
Everyone within 5 feet of you.
Everything within 5 feet of me. And again, I'm trying to keep them out of it. I won't cast it if any of them.
No,
are
you
within.
can position yourself in such a way.
I'm going to assume it's not going to kill the guys on the ground. I'm not attacking them with that.
What's the DC on it?
13.
13. They all make it.
Damn. Fuck.
Any damage.
Well, I guess they just see it coming and they're
Yeah,
like, oh,
like,
shit.
they're like, well, that's fancy, and they like take a step back.
Well,
Oh, that didn't go.
no, it did not.
Ooh.
3 saving throws. 3 very good saving
All right,
throws.
so
Yeah.
the woman goes from this tiny petite woman. She raises. Let's see if there's a. Yeah.
Wolves never wander.
Yeah, she gains about 2 feet as she turns into this horrible hybrid of man and rat.
Gross.
And she slashes with her sword, jumping towards Rynford, making an attack.
Can I now?
No, because
Nope.
you've already used your
Yeah,
reaction.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
it has-
only once per round.
per
Gotcha.
essentially, per round, and you get it back at the start of your turn.
Gotcha.
That would be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do
Yeah,
it.
that hits me.
Yeah, can't do nothing for you, son.
Sorry.
You took out a lot of her boys.
Yeah,
Not like you.
That's what wizards do.
So that's going to be 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
Gack the mage.
Don't worry, I got
You
you.
can learn a lot from Shadowrun.
And that is her go.
All right. Well,
Alrighty. Who's next?
That's going to be Rynford. Top of the round.
hey.
Fair.
Oof.
You do.
You're not doing so well.
I am not. But I think I gotta go and try and take her out. So, burn my last 2nd level spell slot
All right.
to juice a chromatic orb, just point blank right into her face.
Okay, do it.
Speed.
You sure you want to do that? Because that imposes disadvantage. Because you're casting a ranged attack in melee.
However, you could burn your what you call it.
Inspiration to just make it a
Just
straight
make it a
roll.
straight roll.
Make it straight
That's what I'll do. I'll burn inspiration to make it a straight roll.
Might as well.
Okay, chromatic orb. So that is going to be a 4d8 of elemental mojo of my choice. If I hit.
Yeah.
So +5 to hit. 7.
Oh no.
Yeah, she just is able to like duck right out of the way.
Man.
It's just agile rats.
Yeah, and no.
All right. Oof.
Yep,
Whiff
that
and
burns that
spell.
spell.
All right, Inisalia, it's your go.
Okay.
It'll smack against like the brick. It's acid.
You know,
Now
maybe Radiant Light's not such a bad idea.
Now I am pretty pissed off at her. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead with a sword strike instead of just being nice and using the flat. No, fuck it. We're going for
Stabbins.
a nice little stabbins in the one shoulder. Come on. Ooh!
Whoa!
This is
Yes,
This is gonna be when I smite. Okay,
Hell
so
yeah.
that is damage.
is 2d8 rather than 1d8.
Yep.
Okay.
So
9
you,
damage.
well, you rolled 4.
Yep.
Each of those gets a +1 because it's a magic weapon.
Oh, that's right.
So that's 6.
Actually, you only had the modifier once.
Okay.
and
So
the strength once. That's it.
okay.
Yeah.
So 4, and what's your strength and all that stuff?
Okay. Strength is +3.
So that's another 3, and then the +1 on top of that from the magic. So that's 8 total.
Is it?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
For just that one?
Yes. You rolled a 4,
Okay.
and your total damage bonus should be +4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did she roll it twice though?
She rolled 2 dice.
Oh yeah.
And they
Okay.
equaled 4 total.
Oh, okay, got it. She just rolled low. Got it.
Yeah.
And then you got to roll, I think, 4d8 because you're doing 2d8. You're doing a first level slot of your smite, right?
Yeah. I'm doing that.
I don't think you
now.
have level 2 yet.
Searing Smite.
Oh, you're doing a searing smite. Okay.
Yeah, that's the actual spell.
Yeah.
It's
That
it's
is-
a level 2.
That's a bonus action. That's not a normal smite like a paladin smite. That's a spell that you have to cast beforehand.
Increase initial damage
I mean,
by 1d6
she has the action
for
available.
each slot.
So then if you're doing that, you're going to roll 2d6 for the damage. And I think it does something else, right?
Fire damage. Cause the target to ignite in flames.
Nice.
Start of their turn, they have to make a Constitution savings throw.
Okay.
Otherwise, they take another 1d6.
Yeah, they're caught
Okay.
on fire. They keep going.
Nice.
So, 8. So that's 13.
13 damage total.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you slam into her, and she has to make a con saving throw
At the start of her turn.
at the start of her turn. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, you slam into her with burning holy fire. She snarls and hisses. It looks like that was not pleasant. Okay, and the bandits are going to go now. Yeah, one of them is going to come in towards Ilby.
Let's do it.
Because you also cast a spell.
I did.
They
And
are
he's kind of right in the middle of them.
they are
Yeah.
kind of right in the middle of them. So yeah.
It's not a good AC. Don't worry about it. 13 AC. Godspeed.
How many hit points are you below half?
Yes, I am bloodied.
They roll a 6, so no.
Nice.
And the other one is going to come
That must be
in
nice.
at Inisalia.
Sometimes you got all the luck, man.
Sometimes
They roll a 19.
Yep.
That'll do it.
Okay.
Does that hit or not?
That hits.
Yeah. So they do 4 slashing damage to you.
Okay.
Okay, so that was those 2 the bandits. Lowin, it is yo go.
Okay, Lowin will come up behind Rynford and basically in Celestial say, be healed. I'm going to use my action to do Cure Wounds.
Nice.
So that's a normal level 2, level 1.
Level one,
So it's a D8 plus my ability modifier.
Yeah.
Rolled really well. So that's 8 plus 3 is 11. But because I'm a life cleric, I get 2 plus the level, so that's an additional 3. So you heal 14 hit.
Hell yeah.
I am back up to full.
Woohoo!
Good stuff.
And then as a bonus action, the blade is coming in, and it's actually going to basically move away from the guy that was kind of on the ground and start slashing into the werewolf or were-rat.
Okay.
Where rat? The rat's there.
I rolled a natural 20
What?
Whew.
to roll.
Well, it's okay.
8 low crits. 3 plus, so she takes a total of 6 force damage.
6 force damage. Gotcha. Yeah, she is not looking good.
Yep.
Yeah. So Ilby, it's your go now.
Well, I have a choice here. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. All right, so Ilby instead, like basically, I kind of imagine that what happened with the weird slash. He is like he kind of opened it up and it kind of went like it timidly brung out the claws and it was like, No, just that's not it. Come on. Oh yes, and as he begins to talk, a weird demonic phrase, it's going to intrude into the werewolf's brain. It's going to make a DC 13 intelligence saving throw.
Oh my.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mind sliver.
That's a good one.
It's a super good one, and it helps the situation for you.
They rolled a 2.
Yeah! All right.
Take some damage.
Doesn't do a lot of damage. It does some damage. Just not a lot. It's going to take 2 psychic damage.
Whoa.
A big 2. And the next time it makes a saving throw, it has to roll a d4 and subtract that number from the saving throw.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
Okay.
Synergy.
That's what
Yeah.
we do.
She is not happy about that. She scratches her ear a little bit, and then she launches herself at you, fangs first.
Does
Coming
she take
in.
the fire damage, though?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Start of her turn.
Oh, con save. That's right.
Start
Yeah,
of her
yeah,
save.
Let
With
me
that
let me
negative.
do that con save. That's true.
Do you want me to roll a d4, or would you prefer to?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that d4.
Yeah. -2 to the roll.
-2
Yep.
to the roll.
Constitution saving throw. Unfortunately, I think werewolves are usually really good at cons, so.
Especially were-rats, I think.
Eh.
Also, that Syrian Smite was from my bloodline.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I haven't used my spells yet.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
shit, that's awesome.
But I believe.
What is their DC?
DC's 13.
13. Make it.
Damn, oh well.
So they don't take any further fire damage, but she is coming in for a bite for you.
Do it. Oh, bite. No.
Let's see.
Big,
not
big,
good.
nasty rat teeth.
Yeah.
Now I can use a reaction, right?
Yes.
'Cause
but
you're
I don't
gone.
know if he's within 5 feet of you at this point.
Well, I also have the rebuke violence, which is
Well, she just attacked her, so probably.
after an attacker within 30 feet deals damage. So after you do
You
the
can
damage,
totally do that.
I can force them to make a wisdom savings throw.
Oh. Cool.
Okay, so you're making a wisdom saving throw.
Well,
If she deals damage.
If she deals damage, gotcha. Okay.
With-
Does an 18 hit you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to do 4 piercing damage to you.
Yep.
Now I need you to make a con saving
save.
throw.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You want to use your ability
Let's-
that's only 4 damage.
So what does it do?
Well, basically, they make a wisdom savings throw. On a failure, attacker takes radiant damage equal to damage it just dealt, or half damage on success.
I mean, I think narratively it sounds cool.
Also, it's like if you're more than 5 feet,
Yeah.
that's what I could do. Which I think we said you were probably.
Yeah, you're a little bit further out
Okay,
from her.
well, that's fair. All right, so
You have limited uses of that, though?
well, I haven't used my
Yeah,
favorites.
for
it's
short rest.
under the channel. So yeah, a
What's
short
for-
rest.
So that is no wait. I need to look at my
still need to forget what
saves.
this.
That's
We're
not
gonna
my
take a rest.
saves. Oh, it is.
Probably.
So I have a 14.
So yeah, you feel like her nasty, like you can feel the grime and like the dirt in the bite, like it feels nasty. But you're able to like push her off and like wipe it off in time before you feel anything nasty take hold.
Ugh.
I'm going to guess probably not a very good flosser.
Oh no, there's all sorts
Could
of
you-
bits of the teeth.
You know it's called.
Gingivitis.
It's called hygiene, you monster.
And she just snarls something in an inhuman language and attempts to dig the sword into your belly.
Oh well.
Ooh, another attack.
Ooh.
Joy.
What we got?
We'll see. That is a total of a 16. Got it?
That'll
okay. Yeah, that's going to be another... That's going to be another 6 piercing damage.
And
How do you want to do that?
Yeah.
now, as
Oh no, that's right. You can do that.
let's say, as
Yeah.
it stabs into me, basically a swirl of flame is going to surround me as more of those phrases come out, but this time like eyes are alight, and then he's going to grab her arm and try to just burn her.
Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah.
Do it.
DC 13 Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Yep.
And save her half. So I'll go ahead and roll it now.
Save is half.
No. Yeah.
So if you save, he'll take half anyway.
All right. What's the damage?
Damage total is
Ooh, you rolled pretty good.
that's a 17 so far, and okay, 17 plus Okay, it's 23 if she does not make it, or
Okay.
11 if she does.
All right, so it looks like as like your eyes clear from casting the spell, it looks like she was in the process of like turning and running, but this gut of fire just slams into her back and like skids her out in the street, and she is not moving. The remaining the remaining bandits just sort of look at each other, and they both start to make a scamper. They two of them go in different directions.
It's fine. We've got the ones that are asleep.
Sorry, she did kind of make me a little angry. Can we not
Are you
have
okay?
her die?
You okay?
I'm fine. Let's make sure she doesn't die. We have a lot of
All
things
right,
to ask.
I'm gonna go over and make a medicine check.
Okay.
All right,
I
so
actually don't have spare the dying
Uh-oh.
as a cantrip.
All right, yeah.
oh right, because
Yeah,
you're
but I only have
right?
so many of those.
Oh.
I rolled over 15.
Okay, yeah,
I
you're
stabilized.
able to like stabilize her, like stop all the blood from leaving her
I
body.
basically got some ointments out, and I did say a couple quick prayers that sort of equilibrate her. It's like,
Gonna tie her up?
yeah,
I'll tie her up.
yes.
Okay.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, and as you're tying her up, and you start to hear the sounds of the guards approaching, that is where we're going to end for tonight.
Hey.
All right, well, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed the improvements to the studio and the recording ability. We're still working on a few bugs, but it's going to work out just fine.
Yep.
But thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later. Have a good
Level
night.
3.
See
Bye.
you.